Good morning. Good morning. God, it certainly feels like morning. Guess what time it is? It's Star Wars because I don't feel uber nauseous like I did last week, which means I actually get to play the video game. Um, if my mouse cursor would decide to show up. Oh, probably not new game. There it is. There's the mouse cursor. God, yeah, I forgot how awful my character's name was. I'm now remembering Bonnie Bead. Um, this is dangerous right there. Difference between the quick save and the game save. Oh no, I remember. Yes, this is when we actually like stopped, and then after stream the Thursday after last, I tabbed out to close the stream, and then I had to tab back in to close the game, and like save and close the game, and so the game just kept running for like another hour and a half. Whoops. Oh well. We're on Dantooine now. We got off Taurus, it got blown the fuck up. But not like blown the fuck up, just like leveled the fuck down. And then we came to Dantooine because that's where the Jedi are at. And the Jedi are gonna save us. It's... What's I doing on the Ebon Hawk? What am I doing here? I'm like super disoriented. I think I was here upgrading some stuff, talking to some people. Even though there's not much to talk about. Yeah, this looks fine. Yeah, I have no party members right now because the game's like, hey, don't be dragging your damn feet. Get on with it. See, there's Basil in the distance. It's like, follow me, bony bead. The council wants to talk to you. Oh man. Why does my head hurt so much? Jesus. Who's pinging me? I like just got started. Oh, where's the streaming as well? Woof. Sucks to suck. I don't know. Alright.
You there, Padawan. Why are you not wearing the customary robes of the Jedi? Do you mock the honor traditions of our order?
I'm not a Padawan. I have a dumb name. Look, I'm fine, huh?
Bastila. I have heard of her. They say she has already mastered the art of battle meditation. Remarkable in one so young. Though I've heard she has a foolish pride in her own talents. But as for you, you claim you are not a Padawan? I find this hard to believe. The Force is strong within you. I can feel its presence. If this is some type of jest, it is in very poor taste. The Jedi Order is not a subject for jokes.
I could make 1,000 jokes about the Jedi Order. There's also kind of refamiliarizing myself with this game a little bit has recontextualized a couple of things for me. This is why I've like replayed this game so often, because I genuinely kind of think new things every once in a while. It didn't occur to me until this playthrough that until like this most recent run that I've been doing here and the one I've been watching over on Riza's stream as well. It didn't quite connect to me that Bastila knowing battle meditation isn't like a thing that's unique to her, right? It is, but like it isn't. If that makes any fucking sense. It probably doesn't, but like it is and it isn't, you know? Like it's unique in that it's something that she can do that like not a lot of people can do. But it's not like a thing that only she can do. And I think for many years I was under the mistaken impression that battle meditation was completely unique to her when it is not. Her being good at it is unique to her, but the practice itself isn't unique to her. Because it used to really annoy me that there's a lot of expanded universe fiction that came out after KOTOR that just like flanderized battle meditation as being like a thing that lots of people can do, but like in this case, lots of people is like a dozen, maybe. So I don't know.
Please forgive the abruptness with which I first greeted you. It was harsh and perhaps unfair. My master often warns me that I must learn to control my emotions. I see I have much left to learn. I wish you a pleasant stay here on Dantooine. May the Force be with you.
Thank you, I think. What's up, Karth?
They're waiting for you inside. They're waiting for you inside.
Yeah? I like that we bring up the text bars for this.
They're waiting for you inside.
Couldn't have just done that with like a text box, huh?
So you are the one who rescued Bastila. It is appropriate you are here. We have been discussing your rather special case. I am Jar, a member of the Jedi Council. With me are Master Vrook, Master Vandar, and of course the chronicler of our academy, Master Dorak. Padawan Bastila, I am sure you are already familiar with.
Right as I said Bastila in the way that this guy says it. My own cat, who again is named Bastila, sprinted through her cat door at full tilt and just made an ass ton of noise. Didn't you, Sweetums? Didn't you? Oh my gosh. Isn't the council of course? These are all excellent answers, or excellent questions to have. I guess I'm gonna go with this one. You've drawn me into your little trap here.
This
What's
is no
up?
trap. The council just wants to talk to you. There is much that needs to be discussed.
Aren't they supposed to be on Coruscant?
Yes, the High Council of the Jedi Order is on Coruscant, but we are the council in charge of the training facility here on Dantooine.
Sure. Why didn't we just go to Coruscant then? Aside from the distance, I guess. I guess that's actually a reasonable answer. It's too far away.
Bastila tells us you are strong in the Force.
Oh,
We are considering you for Jedi training.
I guess it's not, because faster than light, hyperspeed travel in Star Wars works on the logic of it takes exactly as long as it needs to for you to get anywhere. Like, it works on convenience, right? If you get into a starship and you're like, all right, it's time to go to this planet, and then like someone sits you down and engages you with like a long, prolonged discussion about their failing marriage, right? That flight is literally going to take forever, because like the flight isn't going to be done until they reach a big emotional breakthrough. Whereas if you here's your life hack: you're traveling in Star Wars, right? And faster than light travel works entirely off of convenience. You sit down and you immediately talk to the person sitting next to you about like the Spaceball game last week. And by the time you're done talking about it, which should only take like 10-15 minutes, your flight will be over and you'll have made it across the galaxy. Do not get drawn into a long, fucking drawn out emotional conversation, because you are going to be there for like anyways, I guess the reason we head to Dantooine is just because it's not even hidden. Why did we come to Dantooine? Wait a second. So do you know why we came to Dantooine? He's being loud. He was being loud. Oh, hi. Hi, baby girl. She doesn't know why we came to Dantooine either. Nothing would give me greater honor than learning the ways of the Jedi. Again,
Master Jar's
fuck you on about?
turn, perhaps. We need indisputable proof of your strong affinity to the Force before we would even consider accepting you for training.
Proof? Surely the entire council can feel the strength of the Force within this woman. And I have already related to you the events that took place on Terrace.
Perhaps it was simple luck.
We both know there is no luck. There is only the Force. We all feel the power in Bastila's companion, though it is wild and untamed. Now that this power has begun to manifest itself, can we safely ignore it?
The Jedi training is long and difficult, even when working with a young and open mind. Teaching a child is hard. How much harder will it be for an adult to learn the ways of the Jedi?
What is dangerous about not training me? Like, they talk about me like I'm a ticking time bomb.
Such pride, such arrogance. This one is already on the path to the dark side.
As are many who are not given proper training, Master Vrook. Only through our guidance can we hope to lead those who have strayed back to the path of the light.
Traditionally, the Jedi do not accept adults for training, though there are rare exceptions in the history of our order. But you are a special case.
I agree with Master Dorak. Many of our own pupils are leaving the Jedi Order to follow the Sith teachings. We need recruits to stand against Malak. With Revan dead...
Are you certain Revan is truly dead? What if we undertake to train this one and the Dark Lord should return?
We should discuss this matter more fully in private.
What the fuck does that
Bastila,
mean?
You and your companion must go. This is a matter for the Council alone.
As you wish, Master Vandar. We shall return to the Ebon Hawk and leave you to your deliberations.
Oh god, I'm back at the scoundrel gear. No, help! Oh shit, I'm capturing the wrong thing on OBS. Oh shit. I'm supposed to be capturing the whole monitor. That's right. Because then you guys can't see the cutscenes. Okay, I think... Okay. Hi, it's my Steam. Hi. Okay, the cutscene started over again. Thank you. Oh, God. I forgot.
The dark side is strong in this place. I can feel its power.
It's Malak before his mouth got all fucked up.
Is this wise? The ancient Jedi sealed this archway. If we pass beyond this door, we can never go back. The Order will surely banish us. Are the secrets of the Star Forge so valuable? Can its power truly be worth the risk?
This morning's getting stranger by the minute. First Bastila comes out looking like she saw a ghost, and now you. Well, Bastila did mention that you should go to the council chambers before she left. It's no doubt urgent, so you shouldn't keep them waiting.
No doubt urgent. Karth, you don't have to sound so, like, jealous about it. Like, I mean, I was your non-trustworthy friend first, but, like, now she's coming and you're spending all your time with her and these Jedi, and, like, Karth, I got plenty of time for you, buddy. Don't worry about it.
Well, I can't say I blame you. I haven't exactly been sleeping well myself. Yeah, I thought things would get better when we escaped Terrace. No, she didn't. She didn't seem well, as I recall, and for that matter, neither do you. Are you all right? You got it.
I guess I'm fine, Karth. Oh, Jesus Christ. Everyone's setting on levels. Alright, well. What is this stat distribution? What was I doing with him? What was I doing with Karth? Dude, fuck this. Just 8. Okay, so I could continue working on that. Did I give him a point in intelligence? What is wrong with me? This is my himbo we're talking about. It's, it's genuinely kind of funny. Like,
What?
looking at my inventory, oh god. It's so funny looking at, like, because just the other night I was watching Riz play. It's his first time playing, so I try not to be too harsh on him about it. But, like, it's so funny looking at, like, my gear and loadout and, like, the stuff in my inventory. And, like, I just have so much more comprehensive shit than he does. Like, he just has a bunch of bits and pieces, and he's got people with, like, random weapons equipped and just random, like, I could probably sell these off. Like, these are not worth the time and effort. But, like, his inventory is just jam full of, like, useless shit that he's bought. And I'm just like, I just don't bother with it. Like, fuck all these random fucking pieces of shit weapons you get. I'll just sell them off. Just sell off that and sell off all the grenades you don't need and just, like, whatever. Like, I feel just more comprehensively equipped than he does. Which is very funny to kind of look at in some respects. I definitely think he has more medkits than I do, though. I'm gonna get away from the fucking loud asses over here, and then I'm gonna talk to Mission. Since she wanted to talk, obviously.
Huh? Oh, sorry. I was thinking about Terrace. I still can't believe it's gone. I mean, I grew up there and now it's just gone.
No point dwelling on that.
Yeah, I know. The Jedi got rid of Revan, so I figure Malik's days are numbered too. But that doesn't make the pain go away, you know? Look, I'm not saying I can't go on or anything like that. It's a shock, you know? I mean, I knew the Sith were evil and all, but the reality of it kind of slaps you in the face. But I suppose that's why we need to stop Malik, right? The more time I spend dwelling on Terrace, the more chance some other planet will get wiped out. I guess that's what it comes down to. So don't worry about me. I'll be okay. And if you need my help against Malik or the Sith, I'll be there for you.
To check something real quick. No wonder Karth has trust issues. There might be some information we learn later that I'm going to have to talk about regarding specifically Karth, but it'll be fine. It'll be fine. This is the problem: is I'm the one who knows too much, and so random things will happen. I'll be like, "Can I talk about this?" And the answer is no, I can't, because I'm thinking of something that happens like 10 hours down the line. Random people saying it here. Random footlockers to steal from. Oh, let's go.
Why are you bothering me?
Sure thing, buddy. Sure thing. I'm sorry for bugging you. Zoc! You have any cards to sell? Yo! +1 minus... a +/-2 is pretty good. I'm gonna play a game. 120 credit Rager. Oh my god. What the fuck was I doing with this side deck? Yeah, I suppose this is fine. This is a solid hand. 3 +1s and a +3. Yeah, sure. Standing on a 19. Oh, I have to push it. Never punished. Never punished ever in my entire life. So we know he's not sitting on a +1. But there's not a lot of other information we can glean from that, because he got a 9 and then a 10, so there wasn't a lot of wiggle room. All I can glean is he's not sitting on a +1, which means he's definitely sitting on something a bit bombier, which is sure. 18 isn't gonna win me a hand. But 20 is. That was kind of a risky move. I don't know if I agree with doing that. God, it keeps putting me on exactly 15! He has to win one eventually. I know he's not sitting on a +1, which makes his hands a lot worse, I think? Oh... I feel like... Yeah, I'm gonna stand on this. And hope that he has to burn material to try and... Enough with the 15s! Sure. Oh, he's not sitting on a +1. Sure. Yeah, not right now. 120 credits and a journal entry. Oh, it's good. It's good to win Pazak. It's bad to lose Pazak, but it's good to win. What am I going? Come on here.
Bastila has told us of a most unusual development. She claims you and she have shared a dream. A vision of Malak and Revan in the ancient ruins here on Dantooine.
These ruins have long been known to us, but we believe them to be merely burial mounds. Perhaps they're more than we first suspected, if Revan and Malak found something there.
Lie. I don't know what Basila's talking about. She's out of her goddamn mind.
She says she has felt your presence within the dream. The presence she has felt within you ever since...
Master Vandar.
Ever since Taurus. It is not unknown for this to happen between two people strong in the Force. Bastila has described this shared dream to the Council in great detail. We feel it is more than a dream. It is a vision. The Force is acting through you, as it acts through Bastila.
It's so funny that the guy here who's playing Vandar, right, is obviously trying to do a Yoda, but is also really, like, fighting to not do Yoda, right? Like, he's doing a Yoda impression and keeps slipping into that's too Yoda, and he has to, like, reel it back. It's so funny to listen to.
You and Bastila share a powerful connection to the Force, and each other. This is not unheard of. Connections often form between master and student, but rarely does a bond develop so quickly.
Whatever dangers may lie ahead, we cannot ignore the destiny that has brought you and Bastila here to us, together.
Are you saying that I'm joined to her? Wink, wink, nudge, nudge, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? We're in there.
You and she are linked, as is your fate to hers. Together, you two may be able to stop Darth Malak and the Sith.
But do not let your head be filled with visions of glory and power. Such thoughts are the path to the dark side. The way of the light is long and difficult, as you must learn. Are you ready for such hardship?
Why? Of course. I'm willing to... I seek to follow the light. Look, I'll be honest. I got out of bed like 30 minutes ago. I've got a raging headache. I'll give it my best, sure.
Understand that there is little choice in this matter, for you or us. Across the galaxy, the numbers of our order dwindle. We have sent many Jedi in quest of a way to thwart Malak's advance. Many have not returned. The Sith hunt the Jedi down like animals, ambushing and assassinating our brothers wherever they are found. We fear it is only a matter of time until they discover even this hidden refuge.
Other Jedi have fallen from the light
Feels
and
like he's
embraced
slipping
the
into
dark side,
Scooby-Doo.
giving their allegiance to the Sith and Malak, their Dark Lord.
Oh god, I have to... Alright, I have to... I didn't want to do this, but I'm gonna do this, alright? I really don't like that the Jedi are portrayed as, like, only accepting children to their ranks. This is something that I was going to bring up earlier. When the original thing was brought up and they're like, we might train you, but, like, we have to take in an adult, and that's weird, and we usually don't. Like, okay. Because it's a problem that, like, doesn't deserve to exist. It's a problem because then you get people who go like, oh, the Jedi are cradle robbers, and they're weird, and, like, they indoctrinate kids, and it's all, you know, it's. And, like, it literally has, like, no reason to exist, right? Because here's the reason why that lore exists. It exists purely because Lucas decided to make Episode 1 the way it was and have Anakin be, like, 9 years old in that movie. And then when he goes to the Jedi, and the Jedi are all weirded out about this kid, they all feel weird and uncomfortable about him, and they're like, oh, I don't know, I'm, like, not... This kid's giving me rotten vibes or whatever, right? And, like, in that sequence even, I think it is Yoda who mentions, like, he's too old. No, I'm thinking of, he's too old is the line from Episode 5, right? Luke goes to Dantooine. I have too much Star Wars in my brain, so it's hard to get it all sorted. Luke goes to Dantooine, right, to study under Yoda. And while he's there, Yoda is obviously making up excuses, right? He's obviously just bullshitting Luke and Ghost Obi-Wan as to why he doesn't want to train Luke. Because Yoda, of course, knows that Luke's dad is Vader, like, he knows the truth, and he just doesn't want to train the kid. He's like, it's too dangerous, right? I don't want to train this kid. I don't want another Vader on our hands, right? I feel guilty because, like, I trained Anakin in a way, and Anakin turned into Space Hitler, right? Like, if you were given some kid piano lessons and that kid turned into Hitler, you would feel a little bit weird about giving that kid's kid piano lessons 18 years down the line, right? Like, weird analogy, sure, but, like, that's where Yoda's from, and he's making up excuses, right? And Obi-Wan's like, yeah, but, like, I was his age when you trained me, like, I wasn't any different. And he's just obviously, like, trying to win Yoda over. It's a bullshit excuse that Yoda gives, and clearly, like, isn't actually rooted in any, like, legitimate dogma, right? Like, the complaint that Luke is too old obviously doesn't even hold any weight, and Yoda's just making that shit up, right? And this leads us to Episode 1, and then Anakin shows up, and Anakin is 9, and you would think then, oh, his age isn't a problem anymore. Luke was too old because he's, like, 20 at the time, right? He's, like, 20, 21 years old. He's pretty old. You know, he is an adult, but, like, okay, sure. If they have to be, like, a grade school kid, sure. And then Anakin shows up, and then, again, the Jedi Council is like, he's too old. Which then kind of sets, like, it's just such a weird decision that Lucas makes. Because then, yeah, like, it sets up the Jedi as being these, like, cradle robbers. Through all of the canon. For, like, literally no reason. There was no reason they had to do that. There was no reason that Lucas had to make up the rule that, like, if you're above 4 years old, right, like, the Jedi don't take you in for training, right? That the Jedi take in their Padawans as infants and raise them in the temple, right? Lucas just made that shit up for some reason. And this leads into a problem with a lot of, like, the fiction surrounding Star Wars then, because when you're writing stories, either they're games or books or comics or anything like that, you don't want your main character to be a 9-year-old or younger, or even, right? Like, you can't have that happen. So then, when you want to do a story of someone who isn't a Jedi, who then becomes a Jedi, you have to be like, oh yeah, no, it's weird, but like, we'll make an exception for you this time, right? Like, every story has to make an exception to that rule to make it work, and it always feels like they're like, they have to make excuses for the canon. And I don't know, it just rubs me weird. It rubs me weird that like there are so many characters in Star Wars fiction that they've made exceptions to the rules for, and trained them as an adult. Um, and it's just like, it's an entirely inventive mistake. I have a lot of respect for Lucas as like a technical director, and like the world of visual effects would not be what it was today if he hadn't pushed, or if he hadn't worked with people that pushed the envelopes. I don't even want to give him credit for all the stuff in episode 4 because of course there was a lot of creative work that went into that, right? But like, god damn, I really think he just fucking snorted up a line of coke when he was writing episode 1, because like he's created so many problems for the Star Wars lore following that, off of just weird nonsense decisions that he didn't have to make. Nobody was making him make those decisions. I don't know. Star Wars. Star Wars makes me act like this, and I hate it.
The lure of the dark side is not easy to resist. Malak's power grows as more and more planets fall to his conquering armies.
If Malak is not stopped, the Republic will fall, and the Jedi will be hunted to extinction. The galaxy will enter a time of darkness and tyranny, not seen for 1,000 generations.
The Council has decreed that you and Bastila must investigate the ancient ruins you dreamed of, once the Council deems you ready.
Perhaps there you will find some clue, some explanation of how Revan and Malak were corrupted, and perhaps there you shall find a way to stop them.
I'm gonna be honest, I'm just some guy. I'm just some guy who got hired to, like, work aboard a Star Cruiser. It seems like it's way above my pay grade.
You have a strong affinity with the Force. With such power comes great responsibility and danger. You may wish to deny what you are, but the Council cannot turn a blind eye.
Neither will Darth Malak. Your strength is a threat to him. In time he will learn of you, and the Sith will hunt you down. It is inevitable. Defeating the Sith is the only way to save yourself.
I'm just some guy. I think Malak's gonna come hunt me down? I mean, you got me backed into a corner, I guess.
Before we send you to investigate the ruins, you must be trained in the ways of the Jedi, so that you can resist the darkness within yourself, within all of us. Otherwise, you are doomed to fail.
Look, we have to hurry on and stop Malak, but also you've got to dedicate months, if not years, of your life to learning the Jedi Code.
You must learn patience and discipline. The ruins are a place of corruption. The dark side is strong there. We cannot risk sending you there unprepared.
We must begin your training at once. You have a destiny upon you that you must be prepared to face. The entire fate of the galaxy is upon you.
I can only hope you will prove up to the task.
The path you have chosen to walk is difficult.
Don't I know
training
it?
will prepare you physically for the demands of the Order. Meditation will teach you to channel the power of the Force. To truly understand the way of the Jedi, you must open your mind to knowledge. Seek wisdom in the teachings of the great masters of our Order. A Jedi is never alone. Others in the Order will always stand by you. You and Bastila share a special bond. Do not be afraid to turn to her when you need help in your training. The way of the Jedi is difficult. It requires great discipline. Yet even though you are a mere apprentice, your potential is unlimited, and your progress amazing.
Good old
In
training
all my
montages.
years, I have never seen one who has mastered the initial training so quickly. You've done in weeks what many cannot do in years. I am honored to welcome you fully into the Jedi Order.
Buddy, you missed my hand there a little
Soon
bit.
your apprenticeship will end, and you will be granted the title of Padawan, the lowest rank of those within the Jedi Order. Yet first you must prove yourself worthy.
Do you have some time for some questions?
Few mention those names around here anymore, but I suppose it is just as dangerous to deny they were ever part of the Order. When I was still on Coruscant, Revan and Malak often came to me for additional training. In particular, Revan's hunger to learn seemed insatiable. I should have recognized this as a warning sign, but I perceived the young Padawan's lust for knowledge as simple exuberance and eagerness. Revan was my most promising pupil, one I felt sure would someday become a champion of the Jedi Order.
That didn't really work out though, did it, huh?
The Jedi Order moved too slowly for Revan and Malak. We were too cautious in their eyes. They always sought to learn far quicker than their masters felt was prudent. It is one thing to understand a lesson, but to truly comprehend it takes a wisdom that only comes with time. Several years ago, when the Mandalorian threat first arose, Revan and Malak were eager to journey to the Outer Rim to defeat the enemy of the Republic. But the Council felt it best if we moved with care and caution. The true threat the Council feared had not yet revealed itself, but Revan would not be dissuaded. Charismatic and powerful, it was inevitable many of the Order would flock to Revan's seemingly noble cause. Malak was the first to join his closest friend. Others soon followed, many of our youngest and brightest, intent on saving the galaxy from the Mandalorian threat.
And I presume that didn't go so well, huh?
They were foolish to disregard the Council's wishes. I do not know what happened to Revan, Malak, and their followers on the farthest reaches of the Outer Rim, but something corrupted them. Their ideals became twisted, their spirits were tainted, and they fell to the dark side. There is a lesson in this, a lesson you would do well to take to heart. The dark side can corrupt even the most noble of Jedi.
Yeah, Revan and Malak are like the Anakin story, but like actually told well. It's shocking. I have a lot to say on the Mandalorian Wars. A lot of which I'm gonna save for KOTOR 2, because it's more relevant there. But I'm gonna be honest, I don't think Revan and Malak were entirely wrong. I don't know if they were entirely wrong to go to war. I think this game kind of glazes over that a little bit, but like, one of our companions in this game, of course, is Canderous Ordo, who is a veteran of the war from the Mandalorian side. And although he holds up the war as being this, like, really kind of a sporting affair, right? Like, oh, we aren't evil. We just wanted to test ourselves in battle against the Republic, and good game, you got us. But then, like, in the same sweep, he's like, yeah, no, I remember, like, my first combat drop into a planet, and it was cool and exhilarating, all this, and you're like, oh, cool, what happened to the planet? It's like, huh? Oh, it's dead now. We killed everyone on that planet and left it in ruins, but who gives a shit? They lost, right? Like, it's this, like, view on, like, the mind of the Mandalorian forces during that war that you're just like, whoa, 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 whoa. And, like, from Revan and Malak's perspective, the Jedi weren't doing anything to stop the Mandalorians at all. And the Republic was losing the war badly. So, like, I don't think that they were wrong to go to war, if I'm honest. I don't know. I have a lot to say about it, but it's going to be way more relevant in KOTOR 2, because KOTOR 2 is more so than this, because this game is a lot about the Jedi Civil War that immediately follows it. KOTOR 2 is about the after effects of the Mandalorian War more specifically, and so it has a lot more to talk about when it comes to that. So I'm going to save a lot of those cards for later and promise that I'm not going to forget them. But like, I don't know. I think this game shuns Revan really hard in a lot of ways, but like I see their points, but I don't think they give him enough credit. I think they portray it really much as like, oh, he was super battle hungry and like not thinking about it super well, like he's evil, right? But like entire world were getting flattened by Mandalorians. And like Karth is really good at explaining this. He's like, yeah, if the Jedi had not come to save us, we would all be speaking Mandalorian right now. Like we would have lost if it wasn't for Revan. Which is not even argued by the Jedi Council, right? Like they don't ever try and put up any defense to that. They're like, oh, we would have done something eventually. What is eventually? Eventually is like 2 billion deaths down the line. Like what? Oh my god. So I can see where he's coming from. Also, hi Delaney and Heather, of course. Fucking yeah, get on with it.
Yet there is much more for you to still understand. The way of the Jedi must be entered into with a clear and focused mind. When you feel that you are ready to continue your training, know that you can find me here.
What? What did I say? What did I say? Is it because I had like a really big ego originally? What did I do?
Greetings, my young pupil. Your progress has been most remarkable so far. Are you here to continue your training in the ways of the Jedi?
I've been doing this fucking gray Jedi pretty well, apparently.
Soon your apprenticeship will end, and you will be granted the title of Padawan, the lowest rank of those within the Jedi Order. Yet first you must prove yourself worthy in the traditions and customs of our order, as handed down from master to pupil for 1,000 generations. You must successfully complete 3 tests before you earn your place among the Jedi.
Among what kind of tests?
These tests will see if you have truly mastered the training you have been given, both mental and physical. Upon completing these tests, you will pass from apprentice to Padawan and join in the ranks of the Jedi. First, I will test your knowledge of the Jedi Code. These tenets must always guide your actions. In everything you do, you must always be conscious of their wisdom. You must prove you have a Jedi's understanding of the code. Return when you feel you are ready for this challenge.
Alright. So am I gonna be able to remember the Jedi Code off the top of my head? Take your bets, people.
Greetings, my young pupil. Soon your apprenticeship in the traditions and...
Yeah. I'm ready for the tests.
These tests will see if you have... First, I will test your knowledge of the Jedi Code. These tenets must always guide your actions. In everything you do, you must always...
I know about half of it.
Wisdom. You must now prove you have a Jedi's understanding of the code by completing these fundamental precepts of our order. There is no emotion.
There is... harmony?
That is not correct. There is no shame in admitting weakness. Return when you...
Bastila, what's the code? No one told me the code.
If you have questions, you should direct them toward the Jedi Council members.
You fuckers.
Greetings, young apprentice. As a chronicler of the Academy here on the Mandalorian Wars, the fall of Revan.
I seek knowledge of the Jedi Code. Yeah!
All Jedi must know the code. Its tenets are the fundamental teachings of our order. Think and meditate on these truths, apprentice. There is no emotion. There is peace.
Peace.
There is no ignorance. There is knowledge.
Okay.
There is no passion. There is serenity. There is no chaos. There is harmony. There is no death. There is the Force. Knowledge of the code will lead you to the rank of Padawan, and knowledge of the Order and its history will guide you down the path of the light.
Yeah, sure. But,
As you wish.
Sure. Don't worry about I've already forgotten. Ah! Peace, knowledge, serenity, harmony, force. PKSHF.
Greetings, my young pupil. Your
I have no
progress
mnemonics for
has-
that.
Soon, in the... These... There is...
Already forgotten! A PK,
There
peace,
is no ignorance.
there's knowledge,
There is no passion.
there is serenity,
There is no chaos.
there's harmony,
There is no death.
there is the force.
You have learned your studies
Woo!
well, apprentice. It will not be long before you are a full member of our order. But first, you must pass the second test and learn about the most prized possession of a Jedi.
People
very
kill
symbol
people
of our
super
order,
fucked up.
The lightsaber is the traditional weapon of our order. It is a symbol of a Jedi's skill, dedication, and authority. And each lightsaber is as individual as the Jedi who wields it. The blade is made of pure energy, focused by polished crystals in the hilt. As the second test, each Jedi must construct her lightsaber with her own hands. And now it is your time. Speak with Master Dorak, and he will guide you through the choosing of a crystal.
To talk to Dork or Bandor? Dora, or the Archivist. Hey, what's up, buddy?
Ah, you have come, young apprentice, at Master Zar's bidding. He sees great promise in you, as do I. The time has come for you to choose the color of your lightsaber. This color also reflects your demeanor and position within the Order.
I hate this. I hate that the color changes your position. Ugh.
A Jedi is not restricted to a single color. Rather, that color is a badge of pride for the Jedi path it signifies. Should you have an appropriate crystal, you may change your blade to anything you desire. But
Including
first, you
red.
should learn of the different paths the Jedi may take. Blue is the color of the Jedi Guardian. This Jedi battles against the forces of evil and the dark side. They focus more on combat training and use of the lightsaber. Yellow is the color of the Jedi Sentinel. This Jedi ferrets out deceit and injustice, bringing it to light. They focus less on combat and more on other skills and abilities. Green is the color of the Jedi Consular. This Jedi seeks to bring balance to the universe. They mediate between other groups, using their powers to end conflict and preserve peace.
I'm like 80% sure that everybody like super voted for Consular. Like I'm pretty sure that was the one that was like not even close. If it's closer than I thought. Wow. But yeah, people voted Consular for sure.
Indeed.
Which is
We shall
fair.
see.
Indeed.
I will now ask you questions, and your responses will indicate which class you lean most towards.
Don't worry, I'm gonna get us a blue crystal, like, as soon as I can,
By a
pretty much.
desperate-looking group of thugs. They're menacing her with weapons, and she screams to you for help. What do you do?
This fucking personality quiz. I love this because you can just answer whatever you want. He's like, based upon your answers, I think that the Sentinel will be the best for you. Like, sure, but I'm gonna become a Guardian. And he's like, fair enough. There's like no point to this.
Indeed. Very well. On to the next question. You are in combat with a dark Jedi allied with the Sith. There is a pause in the combat. What do you do? Yes, I suspected as much. Now for the next question. There is a locked door, and your goal lies on the other side. What do you do?
Knock.
I am beginning to see a pattern here, apprentice. I have a feeling about what you would be best at. But first, the final question. You are the head of an enclave on a contested world. The Dark Jedi have infiltrated and are causing unrest across the planet. What do you do?
Coordinate with the government?
Yes, I thought as much. As I suspected, you would be most suitable as a Jedi consular. Which color and path do you believe yourself most suited
I
to?
love it. I love the personality test. They're just like, yeah, sure, but like, whatever. What do you want to do? We're doing consular.
Here is a green crystal for your lightsaber. Go speak to Master Jar again, and he will instruct you on how to construct it.
Woo! We get a force level in this. Alright. So we're gonna put point of wisdom for sure. Fucking yippee mode. Oh my god, our skill progression is so bad now. We only get 1 point? What? Oh, Jesus. I thought repair was a class skill now. What? That's not great. Alright, well, we could use lightsabers now. And then we get Jedi Sense, and then this is our consular unique power that gives us extra difficulty class against attacks that we make. So that's really good. I'm going to go into double weapons because I'm way behind on that one. And now, force powers. These are going to be kind of our bread and butter stuff. I do want burst of speed because it's just really quite decent. And we have to take Jedi Mind Trick for sure, right? Like we have to take Jedi Mind Trick. Like this is only available in narrative, right? Like it doesn't actually do anything, but it gives you dialogue options. Like we gotta take this one just to see what it does for sure. Like I don't think there's any worlds where we're the only one that gets it too. Like, and now I could spend the rest of my levels. Let's go. God, only 1 point for skill progression. I'm shocked. I thought repair was a cross-class skill. Oh, that's not great. I'm gonna get night speed just because we get extra defense, we get an extra attack per round. And then as we start to level up more, I'm gonna get like actually offensive force powers. But I just don't really need them right now. Unironically, I have not been putting repair on mission very much because I've been assuming that I would have repair, and I do not. Also, this is the part where I have to change out of my armor finally, because armor restricts force power usage in this game. So I can only do this if I don't have armor on. If I have armor on, it cancels that out.
Ah, good. Now that you have selected your crystal, we shall begin the construction of your lightsaber.
Here we go. I love that you could just press the button. Yeah! Lightsaber fight saber. And then I can offhand equip it with the second weapon still. Oh, I look so goofy.
You have done extremely well in constructing your lightsaber, apprentice. Your crystal seems to have been set perfectly. It is rare indeed for that to happen the first time one constructs their lightsaber. These crystals are very rare, found only in certain caves strong in the Force. By adding crystals to your lightsaber, you can alter or enhance its properties. There have even been unconfirmed rumors of certain Force-sensitive caves here on Dantooine that may hold these crystals.
Oh?
It is a rumor only. I do not know if there's any truth in it, But you must learn first to use your lightsaber and take care when drawing it. Your lightsaber identifies you as a member of the Jedi Order. With such recognition comes honor and respect, and the attentions of dangerous enemies. The Sith and Dark Jedi will seek to destroy you, apprentice. And you must prove yourself worthy in battle against a foe who also wields a lightsaber. Are you ready to face the final challenge, apprentice?
Sure.
For every Jedi, the threat of the dark side is always present. You must truly understand this before you are accepted into the Order. You must see the corruption of the dark side for yourself. Even here on Dantooine, there are places where the dark side holds sway, twisting and tainting nature itself. The ancient grove, once used for deep meditation by the Jedi, is now tainted. A wave of darkness perverts the region around it. The Kathhounds in the area have become savage and ruthless. They have become a threat to the settlers, a threat the Jedi have promised to stop.
You want me to go kill dogs?
The Kathhounds are but a symptom of the true problem. You must journey into the grove and confront the true source of the darkness. That is your task.
You know, I can't help but feel like the Jedi are holding out on me. Not that they would ever do that, though.
I can say no more. Some things you must see for yourself. None of the other Jedi at the Academy are permitted to help you in this task. But remember this, my young apprentice. A Jedi acts with patience and care, and those on the dark path are not always lost forever. The dark side still taints the ancient grove. Your lessons cannot continue until the spreading corruption of the dark side has been stopped. This is your task, apprentice. May the Force be with you.
May the Force be with me. I'm gonna be using this pot. Look, speed is just too good because it just lets you go crazy. You just like immediately get up to speed.
The council has to...
Oh, except mission got fucking Pathfindered. Or pathfinding. Guys, I found him. Has anybody made this joke before? Has anybody ever made a I found Nemo joke in this game? I think I'm the first one to ever make it, actually. I feel pretty proud of myself.
It is good sometimes to stop and reflect on the beauty of nature and the Force. I am sorry. I tend to get carried away. I do not believe we have met, apprentice. My name is Nemo. Is there something I can help you with?
When did this game... When did Finding Nemo come out? Was this before or after?
Indeed. What is it you would like from me? The Council has told you nothing of the Grove? Do not be so quick to judge circumstances about which you are ignorant.
This game came out just for... It would have been around the same time.
The Grove can be found to the south and east in the plains, but be wary of Kathhounds. They may be agitated by the power in the Grove. Is there something else I can help you with? I hope your time is well spent here on Dantooine.
Greetings, friend. I think I can safely assume you are a member of the Jedi Order. Has the Council agreed to hear our petition?
I have no idea what you're talking about.
Oh, I'm sorry. I was mistaken. Does the Council require our presence?
I have no idea.
Oh, I see. I am mistaken. How may I be of assistance?
Oh my god. Both of the idea. I don't think KOTOR's idea was Finding Nemo, right? I don't think that was their idea. I fucking love this dude. You're just like, imagine you're talking with someone outside of like, I don't know, like a courthouse, and someone who's like wearing a uniform like walks up to you and is like, "Hey, how's it going?" And you're like, "Oh, cool. Do they want to see us?" And it's like, "No, no, I don't actually work for them." They're like, "Cool. Do you know if they want to see us?" And I was like, "No, I have no idea who you are." It's like, oh, sorry. I guess I made a lot of assumptions there.
Well, as you can see, Dantooine is mostly plains and grassland, but it has a nice hearty soil. A lot of new people have come in the last generation or so. Well, the ones you'll most likely hear about are the Sandrels and the Matalis. Big, wealthy landowners, both of them. But Alan Matali and Nurik Sandrel just can't seem to get along. And now Alan wants to get the council to do something.
It's just an actor! That's so funny. Oh my god.
Well, from what I hear, it started about a week ago. See, Nurik's son, Cassis, is an archaeologist. Great lad, too, but he disappeared. Nurik, of course, blamed Alan, but even he didn't take it before the council. But now, Alan's son, Shen, has disappeared as well. And no one knows where he's gone. Alan blames Nurik. He thinks he's kidnapped his son. I don't know exactly what he wants to ask the council, but from what I know of Alan, he's probably going to be after blood. Is there anything else you require?
I don't know what this accent is, but I love the kind of like bumpkin accent that's just like right, like you know what accent I'm talking about, right? Where like the B is really pronounced like I don't know what we're talking about, but right? He's a dog. That's actually true, yeah.
Ever since the Republic beat them years ago, little groups have been roaming all over the place. With the Sith invasion, the Republic doesn't have the manpower to hunt them down. The Jedi are even worse off because Malik has been hunting them specifically. They're worried that he might even be supporting these raiders. So, don't want to face them directly. That puts us in a kind of hard situation. Is there anything else?
I've got to be going now. I'm sorry. I can't be tied up in this conversation any longer.
Are you a Jedi? How long can
oh my god.
To sit by and claim you protect us, protectors? Ha! You sit in your enclave safe from the Mandalorians while we suffer.
Dude, I have no idea who you're talking about. We're just decide. What the fuck are you on about, dude?
Daughter. They came to our land demanding our livelihood, but Ilsa, my Ilsa, said no. There was nothing I could do. Too many of the Mandalorians and their Duros allies. I've come here to ask you, please, Master Jedi, stop these raiders and get revenge for my daughter.
I'm not a Jedi though.
But you have been accepted into the Order. Yours is the authority of the Jedi. I will give you all I have. Just please, annihilate them from the face of this planet.
Definitely feels like a dark side thing to kill Mandalorians for money, but ayo, money. Noble, huh? Look, I'll never turn down a paycheck, and no one can ever prove that I sentenced an entire world to death by plague for $1,000 because the planet blew up. It didn't blow up, but everyone there is dead. So, like, who's gonna incriminate me? I'm a good person. Pretty solid. Oh, hey, look. Cassis Fett. We can't ever escape it. It's always here, chat. 15,000 credits, though. Good God. You could take all my shit, though. Like, you can buy this, this, and that. And all these landmines that I have no use for. And do you recognize the name? Please tell me you do. It's all I have going for myself right now. Puppy! Well, Cass's Fett isn't anybody, but the name you're supposed to recognize is Jango or Boba Fett from from the movies. Man. they call her Bunny Bead Dog Killer. Oh, don't call her Dog Killer. I should quick save here as well. Jeez, Mandalorians.
You've been holding out on this kid. If you haven't given us enough money, I guess we're gonna have to take it out of you piece by piece.
No, please! Take my wife and children instead. Anything!
Wife and children. Sounds like a good idea.
Ready?
Get him! Oh, Jesus.
Huh?
Lol owned. Oh, lol owned.
Ready? Let's go!
What?
Got a little bit more owned than I thought I was going to, I'll be honest. Thank God Mission has a lot of demolition skill. Yeah, I don't think I should have picked up Night Speed. I think I'm regretting that decision immediately. It's a lot of experience required. I think I should have gotten, like, Stasis Field or something. You know what? We're gonna go farming. I think we're gonna go farming. I think I'm less scared of dogs than I am of the other things that are on Dantooine. So we're gonna go farming dogs a little bit. We're not literally farming dogs, but, like, we're gonna go beat up some Kath Hounds because they're easier to fight than other things in Dantooine. Ow. Alright, just do it, Mission. I understand. My frontliner has like no HP. Don't worry, I'll kite him, Mission. I'll kite him. Get his ass. Fuck him up. Definitely a waste of my fucking time. Look, I promise, chat, we're gonna get like one more level. I'm gonna get stasis, and everything's gonna be fine. Alright. Everything's gonna be okay. I think Flurry is still just bad for me right now, is the thing. Like, I think I need the higher levels of Flurry. I don't need to be here yet. Let's not be there. Look, Heather, you don't understand. Boba Fett has, like, a really cool action figure. Right? Which clearly means that he's the most importantest character that's in Star Wars. His toy is really cool.
Let's go!
So, Lucas, why did you make the prequels at all? I like money. Jesus, I'm almost out of force points. What the fuck? Oh, the cave isn't here. Where the fuck is the cave? In KOTOR 2, the crystal cave is right here. So I walked over here, I was expecting to see it, and it's not there. And I was very confused. Did I see Rizzo's meme? No. I talked to Riz last night, and I haven't talked to him really at all today. Is it any good? Or is it, like, bad? Like, is it a bad meme? Oh, yeah, I see. Okay. Sure. So let's see The Mandalorian. Watch season 1. And then, doodle a better ending to the show on the back of, like, a McDonald's kids menu. And just leave it at that. Season 1, Season 2, Episode 1. And then, yeah, then you're done. Yeah.
What?
I mean, I've never seen Rebels either. Not for similar reasons, but I just never gave it the time of day. We're gonna leave these guys alone. That's the Matale farm. I'm gonna leave that be for now, because we're gonna come back and deal with them later. I can't really get engaged with that quest because I'm not a Jedi yet. You have to, like, be a full Jedi before, they'll give you the time of day for that quest. So we're just not even gonna bother. You just show up to his house and he's like, hey, are you a Jedi? And you're like, technically no. He's like, then technically I don't have anything for you. It's fucking, you could fuck right off. I don't know. Sure. Alright. That right there, chat, that is what the build hopes to do every single round going forward, right? Once I can stun people on command using force power, that's what I want to be able to do every single round. That is the real value of sneak attack. They called me crazy. They all called me crazy. You won't be crazy when I can fucking L plus ratio plus 54 damage from one attack, getting 4 attacks per round. Like, I love this quest. This quest is excellent, by the way. Who are you and what do you want? Sorry, I don't have time for this. All right. I like that I'm like mentally I'm like not talking over him because I'm like, oh, I shouldn't talk over important dialogue. But like it's a tweet like it's not saying anything reasonable anyways. It's not vengeance. I'm doing a Columbo. Like is there anything else I should know? Yeah, I mean, it's just bad with words. I'm solving a murder here. I'm not here to kill no one, alright? Except maybe those dogs over there. Except those dogs were already dead. You lack the wisdom to solve this case. So rude. Alright, can't examine the body, sure.
Greetings, apprentice. You must be the one Master Baluk has enlisted to help you with this problem. I am an information retrieval droid. I can assist you by accessing the records of both the Jedi Enclave and the central government facilities here on Dantooine. If you have any need of my service, I have already retrieved some information from the archives on Cordonmetic, Ricard Lusov, and Handon Gould. I have also had time to examine the body of Mr. Netic. Is there any information you require?
I love the protocol droid designs in KOTOR because they're very, like, primitive. Like, I like them a lot. They're very distinct. I would have hated if, like, all of... Like, and the aspect droids look different, too. Like, it's easy to see how, like, aspect droids turn from, like, T3 to R2. And then the protocol droids go from, like, these to, like, C-3POs, right? Like, it's very cool and gives them a very distinct aesthetic that I'm very into. Got anything about the body?
My preliminary analysis of the body indicates that he was killed approximately 3 hours ago by a single energy blast to the torso. Is there any other information you need?
Sure.
These plains are rife with wild animals, not all of them benign. The Iriars are mostly docile, but can easily be provoked to violence. Calf hounds, on the other hand, are much more deadly.
What about the big manta rays in the background?
Attacks on settlers by calf hounds in the last 2 weeks. A general advisory was given out 3 days ago to carry a weapon at all times when on the plains. Small farms and holdings dot the plains and can provide safe refuge for those in need. Is there any other information you need?
So one of the men was found unarmed, though.
Very well. I will be here to assist you.
Everyone out here should be carrying a gun because it's so dangerous, but one of them doesn't have a gun. Curious.
Another Jedi, huh? Helping that Twi'lek investigate, no doubt. He seems stumped. I'm Ricard Lusov. Maybe you can figure this out and let me get out of here.
Alright, what's up, dude?
Well, I was out hunting Iriaz when I spotted one over here by the bridge. I pull out my rifle and aim at it. I couldn't see it that well, mind you, because the damn sun was in my eyes. So I shoot it and it drops. I walk over here and find Handon standing over Calder's body. So why don't you get this whole farce over with and send that whiner Handon to the prison he belongs in?
Ah, greetings. You must be assisting Master Baluk in his investigation. I'm Handon Gould. Perhaps you've heard of me?
No.
Well, I presume you wish to hear my story, then. I shall tell you, of course, but there's not much to it. I'm sure that you'll agree that Ricard is quite obviously guilty of murder. You see, I was out here running earlier today. Yes, running. I do that a lot. Can't stand speeders, never use them. Keeps me in shape, too, you know. Anyway, I was out running on the other side of that bridge there, and all of a sudden I heard a shot coming from over here. I ran over and found this man, Calder, lying on the ground, dead.
I like this guy already. He's anti-car. That's...
I saw Ricard come skulking out of the shadows of the rocks south of the river, and I knew something was wrong. I hit my emergency button and called the Enclave right away. Well, there. That's my story. Now, please hurry this up and arrest Ricard so I can get on with my day.
Alright, chat, so quiz time. Someone has already said something that is logically inconsistent. Did you catch it? Are you my smart little children? Did you figure out what either one of them said that was problematic? I like this quest a lot, even if it is fairly railroady. There's another quest that's way later in the game that has like we're gonna spend an entire hour on it because it's so in depth and there's so many moving parts to it. What happened here again? Right here before the clouds broke. Most people would stay inside when the sky is filled with dark storm clouds, but that's not the most puzzling aspect. Calder was shot in the back. And there's a rifle on the ground. That part's not weird because it could have just been his own gun. Handed was unarmed, though. Which was interesting. Rickard had his hunting gun, which was sure. So here's the problem with Phase 1. Is Rickard's testimony has a logical fallacy in it. There's a problem with the statement, which was he didn't get a good sight of the scene down here by the river because the sun was in his eyes, which would make sense because we could see now the sun is up and would be in your eyes if you were, say, up there aiming down here. But it was stormy this morning. And these guys have been out here since the clouds broke, meaning it was cloudy at the time the shot was fired. So Rickard is a little fucking liar, actually. Yeah, Rickard is lying, though. It's cloudy. He's being rude! You're not a teacher's pet. But there is more to the story. Time to find a motive. I do also like the framing of this quest that Baluk has already figured out the murder, right? Baluk 100% knows what's going on, but is instead holding these two potential murderers here hostage for you to quiz them. He's just like, oh no, I know who did it, but I want to know if you did it. And these two guys are like, can I go home yet? And he's like, no, you have to stay here while my student figures out who killed this guy.
So, what do you want to know? Yeah, I knew him. Hell, we've known each other for a good long time. Doesn't mean I really have to have liked the slime ball. Maybe I shouldn't be so hard on him, especially now that he's dead. We actually got along pretty well most of the time. We just had our differences. We were actually business partners. We were involved in some orbit-to-ground transport operations for Aerotech. Can I leave now? I should probably be the one to give the news to his wife. So, what do you want to know?
Why would someone want to fucking get him? Like...
You Jedi are so predictable. Always seeing some greater purpose behind everything, when the simple answer is usually the right one. Can't you see that it must have been Handon? I found him standing over the damned body. I don't know why this is causing you so much trouble. You almost seem as lost as this Baluk guy.
Baluk guy? What a fucking Baluka.
Right.
How can I be of further assistance?
You doing alright, buddy?
Injured? No, of course not. Why would I have been? Fit as a bathtub. I run. I don't know if I mentioned it.
This is the one part I have, the one issue I have with this quest is that it doesn't let you inspect his wound right off the bat. Dude standing over here just being like, like something is obviously up with his, like, it's not just like he has stitches from running after eating, right? Something has clearly happened. Either he's been like mauled by a dog or something like that, and the game is just like, no, you don't get to look at this yet.
How can I be of further assistance? I knew him a little bit, but I was not any sort of great friend to him or anything. I never really associated with him that much. In truth, I didn't really want to. He had a reputation. Very inconsiderate of family, I heard. But merely having heard unkind things about someone wouldn't make me want to kill him.
Hey, no one's saying you killed him yet.
I'm sorry, I'm getting a bit agitated. Why must we remain here? Can't you see that Rickard must have shot him? How can I be of further assistance? Well, you see, Calder was involved in some pretty sordid business from time to time. More often than not, I've heard. Disreputable business practices, even more disreputable clients. I've even heard he had dealings with a hut here on Dantooine.
That's
now,
scandal.
I bet you're wondering if I had any reasons to kill the man, but I tell you, I hardly knew him. I saw him once or twice, yes, and I've heard some pretty unkind things about him, but certainly nothing that would make me want to kill him. Of course, of course. Listen, if you need anything, I shall be glad to assist.
Is there any other information you need? According to the municipal authorities near the Darren spaceport, there had been news of violent drunken activity in a cantina attached to the port. Apparently, a Mr. R. Lusoff was making accusations at a Mr. C. Nettic about cheating him in a business deal. Jedi Tuka was dispatched to the scene and restored order. Is there any other information you need? The Southwood Speeder rental business has records that over the past 7 weeks, a speeder had been rented by Mr. Nettic and Mr. Gould. Is there any other information you need?
I thought he didn't like cars.
Very well. I will be here to assist you.
How can I be of further assistance? But I realize this must seem like a motive to you, but I assure you it isn't. I dislike Calder, true. I would punch his face in, given the opportunity, but I would not kill him. My wife was cheating on me with him. I slept in my own bed while I was in the next room. But, as much as I may hate him for that, I could not kill him. It may have been my own fault for driving my wife away. I must try not to take the law into my own hands. I was just out running, trying to clear my head for the divorce proceedings, not stalking him to kill him. Running is not a crime. How can I be of further assistance? Of course, of course.
That sure does sound like a motive to me, though. Yeah, but Handon's wife was having an affair.
So, what do you want to know?
What about the gun they found?
That blaster? Never seen it before. Calder himself had a preference for Ichani weaponry. He had this one really nice light blaster rifle that he always used. Always wished I could get myself a rifle like the one he had. That blaster ain't it, though. Calder only had the one rifle, too, so he either must have borrowed that, or it's someone else's. Right.
How can I be of further assistance? That blaster was stolen from my house last week. I never knew what happened to it. I hardly have enough money to afford a single blaster, let alone another. I can't tell you how important it is to have a weapon on hand with all these ravenous cat hounds around.
I mean, I guess that answers why you didn't have a gun earlier this morning.
Every settler has a weapon. It's our most prized possession. I would most appreciate it if I could have that back after you determine that Rickard is the killer. How can I be of further assistance? Of course, of course. Listen, if you need anything, I shall be glad to assist.
Is there any other information you need?
Tell me about the gun.
We cannot get any more specific analysis from that sample other than the fact it did not belong to KOTOR. Is there any other information you need? I am sorry, but I seem to be failing you. I have searched and searched, but I cannot seem to come up with anything at all. I thought to find the record of the missing weapon report Mr. Gould filed with the authorities, but there does not seem to be one. Is there any other information you need?
Dude, it's looking bad for Calder. Calder's dead. Of course it's looking bad for him. It's looking bad for Handon. Jesus Christ.
Very well. I will be here to assist you.
I actually wanted to press Rickard here about the business deal.
Now, I don't love Calder, but we go back a long way. We run a suborbital shipping and transport company out of Garang Spaceport. We've been partners in that business for well over 20 years, and we've been doing just fine the way we are.
Yeah, but come on now.
Right.
Right. Yeah, it's Handon's gun, but he lied about it being stolen. Maybe I should ask about the blood sample.
I have just received back an analysis of a sample of the blood found on the weapon. It had been sent back to the Enclave just before you arrived. The blood on the weapon is definitely not KOTOR's. Unfortunately, there was a bacterial contaminant in the sample that had been taken back to the laboratory, and it had become degraded. We cannot get any more specific analysis from that sample other than the fact it did not belong to KOTOR. Is there any other information you need?
So how did blood get on the not stolen gun?
Very well. I will be here to assist you.
So, what do you want to know?
But you were limping. You don't know that?
Well, I kind of sprained my ankle running through the bush before I found the body. But it's nothing that serious.
If you insist. Alright, let's talk to this guy, because, like, obviously...
How can I be of further assistance? Injured? No, of course not. Of course, of course.
Well, it's not Calder's. It's Handon's blood. Obviously, it's Handon's blood. He's been clutching his side all evening. All morning, whatever.
Hey, what are you doing?
Tong nabungsha nununya. Tong patukas magtalea. Ta kunjus takmiki grabulmogo. Kachichu ita modunga. Tolbabank wale oganda naru chuchut. Ogesha ponka bola wana chikne. Amule slimo podadara nanga kumbis mule rabes.
But chat, the true Columbo twist, of course, reveals itself. They're both guilty.
Joniyon tunjiji idadwana. Kapavolpa mulji gumana.
He was also having an affair with Hannah's wife. He was also fucking his wife.
Wale oganda naru chuchut. Ogesha ponka bola wana chikne. Amule slimo podadara nanga kumbis mule rabes. Kachikun ida hodonga. Ikin kuno pa mule rachikun. Slimo podona rundi hodunga kun hunkabe. Runda di hodunga kun hunkabe.
You don't seem impressed, Heather. Come on now. I'm a real detective here. How many times? Enough? Alright.
Damn both of you. Takunjus takmiki grabulmogo. Kachichu ita bodunga. Tolbabank wale oganda naru chuchut. Ogesha ponka bola wana chikne. Amule slimo podadara nanga kumbis mule rabes. Kachikun ita hodonga. Ikin kuno pa mule rachikun. Slimo podona rundi hodunga ku hunkabe. Tong haitwam juji lumpa. Nita poe tikito.
Oh my gosh, there's a kitty. There's a kitty at my feet. Hi.
Kachi chu ita dundonga. Yumalita kuto dun. Chilamulane nindubobo. Wonga kumbis ba mulira.
You did good. You might just make a proper Jedi yet. Who knows?
Achuta. Wonga kumbis dolbi kikuyana.
Alright, chat, so you have to pinky promise, right, that you're not going to hold this against me. Right, that you're not going to hold anything that I say against me in a court of law. But Karth being like, you did good, kid. You might make a decent Jedi yet. My first mental reaction, right, the thing that went through my brain immediately was, thank you, Daddy Karth. And, like, you cannot hold that against me in a court of law, okay? Like, we have a solemn agreement here to not hold that against me. But that was just the immediate gut shot reaction that I had.
What? I'm here.
Yippers, please. You'll get fucking concussion grenade, nerd ass. Owned. It didn't even pop up damage numbers! They were just like, yeah, you did some damage. Fucking crushed! Destroyed! Savaged! Wrecked! Those some mean-looking Mandalorians right there.
What?
What?
Wait, here's what I'm gonna do. Mission? I'm gonna put you on Grenadier. Because I might need you to be a Grenadier pretty soon here. Okay, so that's the Grove. I kind of want an extra level. I just don't know if I can putz about long enough to get an extra level before I go over here. Ooh, not what I'm gonna do with you. Well, I guess she got some drugs.
I'm here.
Oh my god, ow! Oh, ow. Strength amplifier. Oh! Oh! I'm so strong, chat. I don't know if I'm gonna be able to milk it enough.
Down you go!
Thank you for waiting in line, other calf hounds.
Time to rumble.
We're just gonna bounce real quick, just so I can get the health back. Oh, there's calf hounds here again. Angie, you're better than this. You're better than farming. They give you, what, 300 experience per? You'd have to do this, like, quite a few times? I'm better than this. 200 experience per. I would have to do it, like, 10 times! I can farm like a good XIV player. Man. Just die already. Okay, the question is, so this is, okay, here's the Crystal Cave, I remember now. I might be able to get something out of this? It's only if I don't get absolutely shafted by the Kenrith. Please, let me get around. I have to... Yes! Savage. Oh my god, there's so many of them. Ah. God, the cave is really small. Alright, the Killer's Cave in 2 is much bigger. 600 experience. Whoa. I'm gonna die.
Yeah?
And thus she bled out.
What?
So here we get some lightsaber crystals, and I think I could break the eggs, and all I get here is... I think I get red crystals from breaking the eggs. Where the fuck are my crystals at? Oh, here they are. Yeah, so get a yellow from the formation. Every time you break an egg, you get a red crystal. Sounds like farming to me, Chief. Just breaking all the eggs. I think that I don't know if you only get color crystals from this cave. And in the chance that you get some actually decent crystals, I am just gonna break everything in here. Formation, this is all broken. I can't break all of the eggs for some reason. I'm burning through these medkits though. So what do I have here? Mostly color crystals, but I got a Rubot and a Bondar. And a blue crystal. Fuck yeah. I hate the green lightsaber. I want a blue one. I ain't even got a farm. Let's go! Alright, this point is definitely not gonna make the difference. This I think definitely makes the difference. This is definitely necessary to pick up. Because basically completely offsets my ability, my negatives for dual wielding. Powers, I think I do want to go... So this is a difficult check of 5 plus my level, which would be 10, so it's a 15 plus my modifiers, and then another +1 because of my feet, versus a difficulty of 5 plus all this. The difference is that stun eventually goes into stasis, and I want to get... This is also a fortitude check versus a reflex check. I'm gonna get stun. Whirlwind is really good because it has that huge, like, it takes them out of action for 12 seconds and does damage to them. But, like, I just want to go with the stun things right now. Attack 5, holy shit. Holy shit. Karth, I want you just to shoot your guns as many times as feasibly possible. And we're actually going to return off this to put some gems in my lightsaber. So from blue, obviously. A robot gives extra damage and extra chance to attack, and then yes! Bondar's the one that it gives on hit difficulty check of 10 against, I believe, reflexes? To stun? Like, I'm all about stunning things. I'm going all in on stunning. But what if my sword could also stun? Have you considered that? I'm a big subscriber, right, to Team Fortress 2 Engineer, right, being like, look, if the solution isn't gun, then it's definitely more gun. And see, I could stun with the Force, and then I could walk up and just, yeah! Yeah, baby, the build's online! Look at that! What's up, nerd ass? Yeah! Yeah! Yeah, baby! It sure is something. Oh man, it sure is something. I remember talking to Heather the other day because she's getting caught up with the bots, and she's like, I'm looking forward to when you become a Jedi, because right now you feel really weak and you're just doing a bunch of cheese shit. The cheese is, it's Gouda all the way down, right? The difference is now, instead of having to lay landmines and throw grenades, I can hold my hand up in the air and do a big AoE stun and then one-shot things with sneak attack, because you can hit stunned people for sneak attack damage for some reason. It's cheese all the way down. Brie on top, Gouda below that, it's all the way down, it's cheese. Anyways, you ever wanted to see a Star Wars cat girl? Congratulations.
I will be your doom!
I can't believe that worked!
You are strong. Stronger than me, even in my darkness.
Oh, we're on an ad break. I'm gonna run to the bathroom real quick. Jesus. I didn't think I was gonna be able to stun her. Oh my god. Ah, damn. I fucked her up. Alright, we're back from the outbreak. I went to go to the bathroom as we're running. Damn! That is, that was a lot easier than I thought it was gonna be. Yeah, it turns out that delaying for that extra level to get stun actually was really worth it. Who are you?
I am Juhani, and this is my grove. This is the place of my dark power. This is the place you have invaded. When I embraced the dark side, this is where I sought my solace. It is mine.
Why?
When I slew my master, Quatra, I knew I could never go back. And now I revel in my dark power. Power enough to crush the life from someone such as you. Or so I had thought.
I laugh at your pathetic attempt. You killed your master? Now you'll be crushed by my power.
Yes. I struck her down in the middle of training, consumed by my anger, embracing the power of hate. But it was not enough. What is it you want? Why do you bother me?
I was sent by the council.
The council has sent you here to kill me. Why then, when you bested me so easily, did you not simply finish your task? Is it not apparent that I can never be saved?
I like playing with my food. Sorry, I don't know where that came from.
You do not? I am pathetic. I sit here and think myself to be great by embracing the dark side, but I am nothing. There is no way I could be turned back. I always thought they held me back, or jealous of my power. This is only because I was not good enough to meet their standards. I never have been.
Oh, you are... Are all cat girls just like this? Are all cat girls just kind of like this, both completely consumed with god complexes, but also being like, oh, they were always jealous of my ability, but I was always a loser, and I always am destined to be so.
I thank you for your kind words, Jedi. You seem to know just what affects me. I seem to still have much to learn, both about being a Jedi and about myself. But I wish the cost of my ignorance had not been so high. I wish that my master had not suffered because of me.
Life is a learning experience. Life is suffering. It's not your fault, Juhani.
I only wish things could have been different. If she were alive now, there would be so much I would say to her. So much I would apologize for. I think, in my own way, I truly loved her. How can the council ever take me back with what I have done? Striking my master down in anger is unforgivable.
Master surely won't be forgiving you. I think this answer is better than just being like, yeah, no, they'll take you back. Like, no, you should atone, right?
If I show them I am free of passion, that I am serene, that I am willing to forsake the dark side, and maybe, just maybe, they would accept me back. Do you think they would? Could it be possible after what I've done? I thank you, Master Jedi.
Master
I will return
Jedi.
to the council then. I shall submit myself to their judgment and hope they will forgive me. If only there was some way I could make this up to you. Again, I thank you. I am sure I will hear great things about you in the future.
Why, thank you. What a nice young lady. A lot of help y'all were. Snark, 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 snark. So we could go back to Devonhawk now. For a second, I thought that they were done fighting finally. Hey, Juhani's already back. She's fast.
I must give you my thanks. Because of you, I am once again welcome within the Jedi Order. Quatra's injuries were not so severe as I first believed. I was foolish to believe I could harm a master such as she with my clumsy efforts. The fierce confrontation between us was nothing more than part of my training. Quatra wanted me to understand the threat of the dark side, to see how easy it was to fall from the path of light.
It's pretty harsh. I mean, it's not wrong. Like, just like, oh yeah, no, it's part of your training is I'm gonna convince you that you've killed me, and then you're gonna go sulk in a grove for a little bit, and then get your shit kicked in by a lesbian. I don't see any problem with this. This is a perfectly fine learning experience. Let's take it out of this.
Quatra's methods may seem strange, but I trust her wisdom. This lesson has been difficult, but I am better because of it. Humility is never easy to teach, but now I truly understand my own limitations. After our last battle, Quatra had nothing left to teach me. I needed time alone to explore the turmoil of my own spirit. Only then was I ready to follow a guide. You. Back to the light. When I left, Quatra knew her work with me was done. There are other disciples who need training throughout the galaxy, and she could not stay to see if I passed this most difficult trial. With your help, I have passed this difficult trial. The Council now feels I am ready to continue with my training, though they have asked me to wait here for the time being.
Hey, I'm glad to see you're not getting hung up on all this. The past is in the past, you know?
First the Jedi trick you into becoming an enemy, then they welcome you back as a friend. I can't say I approve of their training methods.
I do not know what the Council has in store for me, but I will...
This Jedi lady's having a real hard time navigating around the party.
Through whatever is to come.
Man. Best just to ignore them. Just kind of let them figure it out. Should probably talk to you. You're the one training me.
You have done well, my pupil. The ancient grove has been purified, and Juhani's journey down the dark path has been halted. Because of you, she walks once more in the light. But though she was saved, do not dismiss what happened to her. Juhani is both dedicated and true to the ideals of the Order, yet she was still vulnerable to the dark side, as are we all. She struck her master in anger during her training and injured her greatly. But it was Quatra's choice to test Juhani this way. And
I hear Vet too. I don't know if Vet and Mission have the same voice actress.
You have passed your final test. Congratulations, apprentice. Or should I say, congratulations, Padawan. You have proven yourself worthy of joining the Jedi. Let me be the first to welcome you as a full-fledged member of our order.
It might be worth a Google, because I definitely hear it too, right? Oh, she's Padme in the Clone Wars as well. That's interesting. I would not have guessed that one, actually. She literally is Vet in SW2 as well. You know, I never had said it before this, right? Because you go and you say something like, man, both of these blue girls sound exactly the same, and you might be guilty of, like, space racism, right? And I didn't want to tread into that, but, like, I heard it, you know? Like... The one I wasn't expecting is that it's Padme from the Clone Wars TV show, right? Like, I could hear it now that I've seen that, but like I just didn't expect it.
See, Juhani has returned to the way of the light. You are to be commended for your role in this. Your actions give us great hope for the future. Your training is now complete, Padawan. And perhaps now it is time we dealt with the matter of the dream you and Bastila shared. When we heard of the ruins in your dream,
Yoda?
Master Dorak recognized it as one of a series of ancient structures here on Dantooine. This one in particular lies to the east of this enclave. We sent a Jedi to investigate, but he has not returned. Perhaps sending him in the first place was a mistake. The Force is guiding you through your vision.
Anakin's living the dream.
Exploring the ruins is a task tied to your destiny. That is why the Council has now decided you should be the one to investigate this. The secrets to stopping Malak may be hidden within those ruins. You must investigate them and find what Revan and Malak were looking for.
I'm like looking through her full IMDb. There's some interesting ones here. She's also Monarch OS from Titanfall 2, which is very cool actually. I'm into that. That's cool. That's cool. I like that. What happened to the Jedi you sent earlier?
We do not know. That is one of the things you must investigate. We fear the worst. Is there anything else you want to know?
What can you tell me about the lady who stood like right there?
Bastila will be a great Jedi someday. Even among the Masters and the Council, it is rare to find one so skilled in the art of battle meditation. Bastila was there when Revan was slain. Did you know that?
Yeah, she talks about it all the fucking time. You out of your mind? Yeah, no, I don't want to get into the fact that Lucas decided that, like, yeah, the romance between Padme and Anakin, which is central to the events of the prequel movies, starts when Anakin is 9 and when Padme is, like, 16. Like, I don't know why he made that decision. I hesitate to say anything to try and fix the prequels because it's such a multi-layered issue, right? Like, there's no way to fix the prequels without essentially wiping the slate clean and starting over, almost. Like, a fixed prequels would be so different from the prequels that we got that they're basically indistinct. Like, you basically would not be able to tell the same thing. But, like, I think the least controversial opinion I have is that the story should start at episode 2. I think episode 1 has so little to do with, like, Anakin's character, and if the prequels are supposed to be the story of how Anakin became Vader, Anakin doesn't even show up in episode 1 until an hour plus into the film, like over 50% of the way through. And the story's not really about him because the events of it are so far beyond his reach that it's basically meaningless, right? If you're going to keep episode 1's story structure intact with the whole Trade Federation and the introduction of Maul and stuff like that, Anakin needs to, like, also be a Padawan. He needs to be Obi-Wan's age. That is my most immediate fix, right? Is that, like, Anakin and Obi-Wan are both Padawans under Qui-Gon. And you keep the rest of the story the same, save for some of the stuff on Tatooine focused on the pod race, because that's the stuff that introduces Anakin's character. But you keep the story basically the same, but you replace Anakin in that movie with the Anakin we get in episode 2, the really, like, headstrong, arrogant Anakin, right, that you get in episode 2, and you put him in episode 1 with Obi-Wan, who's the more reserved, kind of thoughtful Padawan. And you put them both under Qui-Gon, and then when you get to when you get to the end of episode 1 and Qui-Gon dies, and you find a situation where, like, Obi-Wan and Anakin are now masterless and haven't really completed their training, but they've both been pushed into this knight role, right? There's a bit of play there where, like, Anakin and Obi-Wan have, like, kind of differing views on the world, and like, they pull... Anakin is so detached from the episode 1 plot that, like, it's almost pointless, and it drives me insane. Anyways, yeah, Karth talks about it all the time.
Bastila herself does not like to talk about it. She was accompanying the strike team that confronted Revan when the Dark Lord was destroyed. Her role in the death of such a promising young Jedi as Revan upset her greatly. But Bastila knew she had to set her personal feelings aside for the sake of the galaxy and the Republic. The Force is strong with her now, and without her skill in battle meditation, we would have lost this war long ago. The way ahead will be difficult for young Bastila, and for you. But you must draw strength from each other. May the Force be with you.
May the Force be with me. Karth.
I demand justice. The Central family is
Oh,
a blight
it's
upon
now it's
Tatooine.
this bitch.
Must be punished.
The Council will look into this matter, Mr. Matale. You must be patient. Your accusations have no proof, and we do not want you stirring up trouble with the Sandrals if there is some mistake.
Mistake? My son Shen is missing. How can there be any doubt the Sandrals are to blame?
There are other possible explanations for your son's disappearance.
Ah, you Jedi are good for nothing but talk. I shall only wait so long before I take action on my own.
As dangerous as the threat from Darth Malak and the Sith may be, we Jedi cannot simply abandon our other responsibilities. The Council has promised Alan Matale we will look into a son's disappearance. Should you have time, Padawan, you may want to investigate this matter.
Is there anything else?
These two families have been settled here for some years now.
And causing me no end of trouble.
Indeed. They have been settled here for some time, and feuding ever since. I do not know how the original feud started, but they want nothing to do with each other. As you may have heard, Alan Matale believes that his son, Shen, has been kidnapped by Nurik Sandral.
Curiously, Nurik's son Cassus has been missing for some time as well. I fear Nurik may suspect Alan in this.
Is there anything else you wish to know?
I'll investigate if I can got the
If
time.
Shen Matali is not returned to his father, it may ignite a savage and bloody feud between the Matali and Sandral estates. We must not allow that to happen.
Your study and training are important, of course, but the Jedi are not a cloistered order. Our influence and
Remember to do your side quests,
beyond the
chat.
walls of our academies.
It is in the real world that we truly prove ourselves worthy of the title Jedi. You would do well to remember this, young Padawan.
Not to mention that I wouldn't mind getting out of this enclave for a bit. I mean, come on. How bad could it be?
Thank you, Karth.
What can I...
Wisdom for sure. Get you some wisdom. I had all sorts of shit on her. Damn. Okay. Could you disable droid? That's fine. Why does she have effect mind? She's not the player character. Oh, come on now, chat. Come on. Chat, BioWare, whoever made this game. Chat, you made this game, right? Valor. Didn't realize that she doesn't have any implant training. Ugh. 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 All right. So one of the guys was down here. Is he still here or did he fuck off? Oh, he fucked off. Oh, that's a shame. Seems like you got something on your mind, dear.
No, not bothering me. Not exactly. I've been thinking about what the Jedi Council said about the two of us. There is a bond between us. I do not dispute that. I can feel it, as I'm sure you can. The nature of that bond and its effect on our mission remain in question.
Be more interested than just the bond between us, if you know what I'm saying, Chad, if you know what I'm saying.
Necessary, perhaps, but it is no guarantee of our success. I admit, I'm a little disturbed that such a bond could be possible in the first place. I saw your service records when you were transferred aboard the Ender Spire, but nothing beyond that. I know very little about you. I'd like to ask you some questions, given our relationship.
Our relationship is like some sort of clumsy come on. Oh, I have to take this one, come on.
I was referring to the bond we share, the one the Jedi Council spoke of. If I was actually interested in you, rest assured I could come up with a much better approach than this. Touched a nerve? No. Getting on my nerves? Most definitely. Now, are you going to answer my questions, or would you rather just keep annoying me?
Oh, come on, let's go.
Don't worry, these are simple questions. Nothing too intrusive. First, what kind of background do you have?
Smuggler?
Good. On which planet were you born?
Zeralia, I suppose.
Excellent. Your current age is?
Isn't this here? Like, weren't you able to read all this shit?
Yes. Well, the truth is, I was studying how you responded to my questions. Your reactions helped me judge you. This was a test for me to learn more about your character.
Yeah, and it revealed that I'm a stand-up gal, huh?
You were honest, which is good. And you treated this as a serious matter, which it is. This bond we share will shape both our destinies. It is not to be taken lightly. But I imagine you've had enough questions for a while. So many things have happened to you since Taurus. It's probably a lot for you to absorb. We can speak again later, after you've had time to think about all this.
All this. Dude, I killed some Mandos.
Have you found the Mandalorian raiders yet?
I got some of them.
Good. Good. Put them down like the animals they are. But now that you've killed some of them, they won't stop until you've defeated their leader. You must find him and kill him too.
I guess I'll be back then.
Young Jedi.
Greetings, young Jedi. I wonder if you could assist me. I seem to have lost my companion, you see?
Your companion?
We were working on my farm to the north of here. I was working in the garden outside, and he was working inside. I heard the door to the house open, but not close. I went to see and found it wide open. I searched everywhere and could not find him. I worry so much. I need him back so badly. I wonder if could he have been kidnapped?
Might have been the dogs.
Cathounds are not intelligent enough to open doors. Although they have been more vicious lately. No. It must have been someone who could open the door by himself. Come to think of it, the door was locked. Well, yes, it could have, but he had no reason to run away. His programming...
It's a droid.
Well, yes.
It's either a droid or this is way kinkier than I signed up for.
The last piece of my poor pasty husband I have left. He is very dear to me, my precious is.
I don't think I'm allowed to say that.
It's the only companionship I have on all of Dantooine. He is a personal assistance droid. My husband was a genius at constructing droids. He made this one capable of taking care of me for the rest of my life. As the last legacy of my husband, for my own personal ease of mind, I need him back. His absence gnaws at me like a gaping wound.
Wow, she really misses her droid, doesn't she?
There's no need for you to make fun of her. She's obviously desperate.
I'll say.
Koth, enough. Please. Return my droid to me.
really hit her with the wow. Oh my god, I forgot how much I love the companions in this game. Oh my god.
Thank you. Thank you, Master Jedi. If you find him, please send him home to me. I need him so much.
Fucking Owen Wilson. I was more thinking of that Vine, where the dude is watching the girl take a fucking huge vape at a party, and then he just goes, "Wow!" Like, extremely niche reference for me. I know, but it's what I'm thinking of. If he's not gonna face me to fight, I might as well just fucking tear into him. Fucking wow. Karth, she's desperate, I'll say. Karth!
You asked for
Damn. It's a good thing I'm great anyways, I don't even need the concussion grenade. Whoa, Jesus. Well, we found one of the missing sons. Connection between the ruins and something called the Rack. That's an ominous. Get him. I'm so good at my job. There isn't a single dog on Dantooine that can stand up to me.
This is private property. By what authority are you trespassing on this estate?
I'm a Jedi.
You have come from the Jedi Council. Master Matali wishes to speak with you. I will inform him that you are here. Remain at this location until he arrives.
Damn, dude, you got enough droids?
My
Jesus.
protocol droid tells me you are here on behalf of the Council. I was beginning to think my demands had been ignored, though I think your time would be better spent interrogating the Sandals as to the whereabouts of my son Shen.
Why are you so sure that it's them? Smiley
Many
face.
years ago, I brought my family here to Dantooine to escape the crush of humanity on the core worlds. Soon after we settled here, the Sandals arrived, and they have been a plague upon my house ever since.
Somehow I imagine the story from the Sandals would sound just about the same, don't you?
The injustices the Sandals have committed against the Matales are far too numerous to name. But the Council is well aware of our many disputes. Recently, I discovered several Sandral droids trespassing on my land.
Do you know what the droids were up
I
to?
had no idea what nefarious purpose lay behind their arrival. My own assassination, perhaps? Destruction of my property? Maybe a simple spy mission? I wasn't about to find out. My own security droids destroyed the invaders. Not a single one survived. It was shortly after this incident that Shen, my only son and heir to the Matali estate, vanished. Obviously, Nurik, the unscrupulous head of the Sandral clan, has abducted my son in retaliation for the destruction of his droids.
I really like the way that like this quest is set up. It's like, yeah, no, you have to stop this like really bloody, this potentially bloody feud between these two families, right? And it's like, oh, you really do have to stop this, or else like they might go to war to each other. But like, there are like 3 people in each family. Like, this isn't like a Montague and Capuan or whatever the other family like it's called, right? From Romeo and Juliet, where like the families are big and super influential and have like these huge armies, right? Because there's like 3 people per house, and everyone else is like every other person in the household is a droid. This is more like Ben and Greg, who live next to each other on the street, are having a dispute over hedge height, right? Like, he's like, you gotta cut those hedges down, Greg. They're too tall, I'm telling you. And it's like, yeah, like the worst thing that happens here is like one of them gets shot in an altercation. Like, we're looking at a maximum of like 2 casualties. It's tragic, sure, but like not a bloody war, right? Like, like this is less violent than like a suburban like altercation, right? I've seen bloodier fights at like an HOA playground, you know? Like,
The only resolution possible is the immediate return of my son. Why does the Council insist on stalling? The life of my son is at stake. Is it possible? Yes, of course. Now I understand. I am a man of the world, Jedi. I know how things are done. I will make a contribution of 1,000 credits to the Council in exchange for
money's
rescuing
money.
Shen from the Sandrels. I will present the credits directly to you, of course. Whether the Council ever learns of this donation is completely up to you.
Make it too grand of a deal.
Nevertheless, my offer still stands. 1,000 credits for Shen's safe return. Know, however, that I will not sit idly by much longer. Eventually, I will take whatever action is necessary to rescue my son, including raising the entire Sandral estate.
You would be willing to risk open war over this?
It is the Sandrals who have started this, not I.
And here I thought you would blame us if we failed. It seems everyone is responsible for your actions.
Damn, Karth!
I don't
Damn,
need to
Karth!
stand here and listen to such impertinence.
I'm impressed, Karth. That interjection was very Jedi-like.
What can I say? You pick up a few things.
I'm afraid Alan is not just making idle threats. He is rash and foolish enough to attempt a full assault on the Sandral estate. Such action would result in an all-out war between the families.
I've seen men like Alan Matali before. He's so convinced that his hatred is justified, he's prepared to do anything. And if we don't intervene, there will be war.
Until you find Shen, Jedi, we have nothing further to discuss. I suggest you hurry south to their estate, lest I take matters into my own hands.
I really do love Karth's voice actor. I love his mannerisms as Karth, especially, where like he's really good at getting in those little asides where it's just like, wow, Karth, that was really like insightful. And it's like, yeah, I mean, you've learned some things, right? Like, I've been around the block a few times, right? And it's like, it's really charming. I love him. I think a lot of people have this kind of image as Karth as being this like big stick in the mud, but like that's just objectively not true. Like, I don't know where people get that idea from, because Karth is a riot, like routinely. We're gonna explore the rest of the kind of southern area here before we go and talk to the Sandrels. I'm gonna quick save here as well because I'm paranoid and I don't really remember what's around here. Oh, right, the albino calf hound. That's right. That's what's around here. Holy shit, owned. Easiest fight of my goddamn life. Jesus. Jesus Christ. And more Mandos. Ouch. Wow, it sure is a good thing that stun is really strong. Holy fuck. Ow? That's 2 demolitions. It's not nearly as exciting. I'm actually gonna keep this off because I think I want to give this to, like, mission or something.
What?
For some reason I thought staplers or gauntlets were dexterity gloves, but they're totally not, are they? I'm gonna get over here to relative safety. And then I'm going to bounce. Just so I don't come back in where, like, Calfhound can respawn or something.
This is private property. By what authority are you trespassing on this estate?
My weapons are my authority.
The council. If you are here because of Shen Matale's disappearance, you are wasting your time. The Santos are not involved. This is nothing but a Matale witch hunt.
Okay, but I found evidence of his dead son, so, like, maybe I should talk to him about that?
Nasus is dead, and it is as we feared. You should speak to Nurek yourself. He will want to question you on the details of his son's death. Nurek left orders he was not to be disturbed, but given the circumstances, I will make an exception. Go into the main hall. Nurek will meet with you there.
I do also like the comparison where, like, Matale comes out flanked by guard droids and is, like, ready to fight you, and the droids are like, yeah, just come inside. No, there's no military droids or anything, just, like, walk in.
I have been informed by my protocol droid that you have news about my son Cassius. I brought my family here to find peace and safety, not to be harassed and treated like common criminals. Your council has no authority here, and I respectfully ask you to leave this property at once.
Jedi are renowned for their fairness and pursuit of justice. There is nothing to fear from us, unless you have something to hide.
That's quite a line. You actually believe that? Don't you think someone is allowed to value privacy?
Privacy is all well and good, but justice must be valued higher. Is it not obvious to you that this man hides something?
Actually, it is. All I'm saying is that not everyone welcomes the sight of a Jedi with open arms. Better get used to it.
I
Damn.
trust you will show yourself out. If not, my security droids will be sure to deal with you.
Did I click on the wrong option? I thought I picked option 1 there.
My name is Rahasia. Nurek is my father. He has not been himself since Cassis disappeared. He is mad with grief, and he is convinced the Metales are responsible. He's not thinking rationally.
Cassis died to... This is what I was trying to tell him.
Cassis is dead? It is as I feared. Though I'm relieved the Metales are not responsible. My father is a good man. When my mother died, he raised me and my brother by himself. He loves his children, and we love him. I just don't want you to judge him too harshly.
Judge him for what?
You must understand that Father has been under a terrible strain. I have no wish to disobey him, but there are matters where even my father's authority is not absolute.
You are stalling a lot here,
My father
lady.
has kidnapped Shen Metale.
Oh.
He is holding him prisoner here in the compound. He feels this is a way to get back at the Metales, a way to get even for the disappearance of my brother Cassis.
I see. Well, there is the answer we seek. The Jedi Council should be informed of this at once.
You don't think that perhaps there's more to look at here, do you? That maybe everything isn't what it appears?
Of course not. It seems very simple to me. The Council must be allowed to decide the next step.
No. Since Cassis went missing, my father has become unstable. He might hurt him if you do that. He no longer even cares if the Metales are responsible for what happened to Cassis. I'm afraid my father will simply kill Shen out of a mad, misguided lust for vengeance.
But why are you telling me this?
Shen is an innocent victim in all this. My father is not a bad man, but his grief has driven him to madness. He must be stopped. Please, find Shen and rescue him before my father does something he will regret forever. I would take you to the prison, but I cannot let my father see me with you. Take this key. It will open an unguarded door at the rear of the estate. You and Shen can make your escape through there. There are many security droids guarding the halls. Please hurry. You are Shen's only hope.
Why do you care, though?
Shen and I, we have been taught by our families to hate each other, just for being related to our fathers. But I met Shen alone one day in the city, away from his father. And Shen was so charming, so sweet. He didn't care at all that I was a Sandral. He just accepted me for who I was, with no reservations. We talked and met again over months and fell in love. My brother Cassis met him too, and they were beginning to become friends. But then this whole mess had to happen. Please find Shen and free him. You are my only hope.
Man, Angie once again does the thing where she does really bad foreshadowing by name-dropping Romeo and Juliet, and then, like, 10 minutes later, oh shit, it's literally Romeo and Juliet. Wow, would you look at that? And then I get to feel real clever about myself, even though it really isn't that impressive. Especially because I've fucking played the game and know what's gonna happen. It's not like I'm making any guesses. A lot of droids in here. Nice synchronized kills here, Bastila. Very impressive.
What?
I really am just super gray, aren't I? God damn. Man, these droids ain't shit. Just walk up. Kill them without even any of my buffs being up or anything like that. Ah, 350 experience. A lot of experience for just random droids.
Please, find Shen. There are many security droids guard. Please find...
I really wasn't meaning to talk to you. happened to walk by and I went up. What was in your fucking locker? Gosh. I'm gonna be so yoked when I get the second lightsaber. You have no idea. Yep. Well, there's him. Get open this door first.
On it. Done.
Done.
Who are you? What do you want with me? Are you working for my father?
Kinda. I'm working for your girlfriend.
Rescue me? No. I won't leave. It's too dangerous. It's not my own safety I'm concerned about. I'm worried about the fate of Nurik's daughter, Rahasia. She's been trying to convince her father to release me ever since I was captured. If I escape, Nurik will think Rahasia is to blame. Nurik is insane with grief over the loss of his son, Cassus. If I leave with you, it is Rahasia who will suffer. I cannot allow that.
But what if we take her with us? Consider that.
If you can convince Rahasia to escape with us, I will accompany you. Though I do not know if she'd be willing to turn her back on her home and family. Who could imagine a Sandral doing such a thing for the sake of a Matali? But if she will not go, then I too shall stay. I would rather face my own death than have her face her father's wrath because I escaped.
Why do you hate each other? Like, what is
My
the...
father thinks the Sandrals are thieves and liars who followed him here to Dantooine just to steal what he has earned for himself. My father is an egotist and can be violent at times, but I think he still cares for me. Rahasia's father seems to be falling into the same pattern as mine. They're both too unreasonable to be talked to about the other. I think the only hope Rahasia and I will ever have is if we can escape both of them. Please, find Rahasia and speak to her. Get her to flee this place with me.
I mean, I did just see her like a minute ago. Like, where's she at? Here she is.
What are you doing here? Have you found Shen yet?
Yeah, but he won't leave with you.
Shen can be so stubborn sometimes. If one of the security droids sees me wandering the halls, Father will get suspicious. I can't risk it, but I know Shen would rather die than leave me here alone to face the wrath of my father. Tell Shen I will meet you outside the gates. I will wait as long as I can, but you must hurry.
I blew up all the security droids, so... Maybe say, girl.
Have you spoken to Rahasia? I pray she is not just telling me what I want to hear, but I will have to take that chance. Hurry then, we must not keep Rahasia waiting.
Shen, you're safe.
Rahasia! Well, thank goodness you managed to escape.
It was all thanks to this kind Jedi that we managed to get this far at all. I thank you, Jedi, for all that you have done for us.
Oh, it was nothing. But we should probably leave.
You're right. We should go as fast as we can. I don't know how long it will be before my father realizes we're gone.
You're right, we should.
Uh-oh.
There you are, Shen.
Father!
Mr. Matale.
Rahasia!
Father!
Mr. Sandral!
Nurik! Alan! I knew this was all your doing.
I was really hoping that was going to keep going a little bit longer.
You had taken my Cassus from me long before that. You started it. I don't want to hear any of your excuses. Now I will get revenge for your transgressions.
Why did you just shoot each other?
Please listen to her, Father.
Why should I listen to the Jedi? All you want is to remain with that Sandral harlot. My daughter is not a harlot, Matale.
Jesus. You just want to sleep with that Sandral hussy. Whoa! Fucking...
We are trying to be reasonable here, of course. We are sensible people, after all. But our children are being so stubborn.
If Shen would just understand that he has to do what I want, this would all be solved easily.
Persuade.
No! I won't let you do this!
I don't care. Rahej and I will live on our own if you won't accept us.
You will do no such thing. I am your father, and I order you to come back with me.
No, Father, I won't.
Rahesha, you will not leave with this Matale boy.
I am, Father, and you can't stop me. We're leaving for the Enclave.
You foolish girl.
You expect us to just let them leave? Droids, stop them!
You will not turn your droids on my daughter. Droids, don't let them take Rahesha.
We appear to be at an impasse then. And they got away.
It is your fault, darling. You were always too violent for your own good.
Me? You were the one who rushed out here with war droids. I will not rest until I have my Shen back. The Council will hear of the troubles you caused, Jedi.
Indeed they shall.
Look, I mean, I tried. I'm kind of surprised that I failed that speech check. I have every point in speech that I've been able to so far. I have modified right now. I should have, like... +1. I'm under Valor right now, I believe, which is another +1, so that's +2. It's 15 Persuade? It's pretty high. It's a lot of Persuasion. We're gonna take Push. Ah, but Suppression is so good. I think we'll have enough points later in Suppression. Suppression's not very good yet. Oh, I'm not under Valor. But still, that's like 14 Persuade. Like, that's not a small amount. Look for that droid rolling out here. Oh, there's more Mandalorians. It's so easy. It's literally that easy, chat. I think this is... yeah, it's the Mandalorian leader. So we're definitely gonna...
Yes. What can I do?
Ah, so this is the meddler. You have caused us far too much trouble for a mere Jedi. I will add your head to those of the other Jedi I have killed, and take yet another lightsaber for my own. Now you will know why the Mandalorians are feared.
Good lord. Oh, he's immune to stun. Oh, that's bad for me. Oh, but I'm just getting him anyways. I saw him get immune to stun and I was like, that's probably not good for me. And then I just killed him anyways. I think he has... yes! Another lightsaber on him. And the better cardio regulator. 3 will and 2 awareness. And a level for Bastula. I'm reaching the point where I'm gonna mayhaps stop leveling immediately, but like at this low level, it's kind of just really useful to spend levels as you get them. I think I'm gonna spend the next level freely on 12, and then going forward past that, I'm gonna start saving levels for health packs essentially. Because I'm just really concerned about getting into really difficult situations later on. By the way, I found the droid. He almost died.
As I said, I am C842, a personal assistance droid. Although in recent months, the assistance I render seems to have taken on a disproportionate significance.
Are you the droid I'm looking for? I did it. I did a fucking Star Wars reference. That was subconscious. I swear to God. I did not do that on purpose.
Did she send you to find me? Please do not tell her you saw me. Yes, but I have my reasons. I'm afraid my owner became a bit too attached to me. Obsessed, even. She tried to treat me as her dead husband. It was not healthy for her.
Karth was right. She is desperate. All the time?
You don't want to know.
Probably not.
She is obsessed. She rarely sees other people and appears to be fixated on me as her husband. She was becoming more and more insular. I thought it best that I leave. She may meet other real people this way. In fact, that was the reason I came here and sought out those cat hounds.
You're a suicidal droid?
I think it would be best if I were no longer a factor. She would meet new people, living people. Please, will you destroy me? Thank you, kind sir. You have my eternal gratitude.
Just destroy the droid. Jesus. Oh, they made droids sturdier than that these days. I'm gonna back, because I could put, I don't think I have any crystals actually to put in any lightsabers. But I do want to visit, there's a shop right here that I want to visit. Jedi Bony Bead. Honest specification, like damn Zerka Corp. Man, good old Zerka Corp. Let's see what you have to say though. That's a nice sword. That's a damn good sword. Is it 3 to 12 plus 3 versus droid? Upgradable? Okay, I do actually need this, is the unfortunate reality. Is I do legit... Not the card, I'll buy the card, but I do actually need this, just because the 3 extra repair. Because there is like a narrative repair check that I'm just not gonna make without gear. Which I'm really quite annoyed by, because I was all but certain that I would have enough, but I totally am not going to have, because I, for some reason, thought that Consular got repair as a class skill, and they apparently do not, which is a problem. I'm just gonna sell off a load of these. Keep a couple just in case I want to use them, but like, why would you need that many? I also don't need all these blaster pistols. I'm gonna head. I'm gonna head back out and talk to John the Settler, who was gonna give me money for killing Mandalorians. And not that I'm like someone who kills for money, but like, I killed and now I deserve money. You know? And then I could tell the lady about her droid.
Mandalorians know what it's like to be hunted, but now that you've killed some of them, they won't. Thank you, young master. My daughter can now, I think, rest in peace. Here is the reward I promised you.
Thank you.
Again, I thank you. I will be sure to tell the council of your great deed.
1,000 credits. Thank you. Tell the lady.
My droid is still missing. I can feel him like a hole in my aching heart.
Your droid had to get destroyed. I'm sorry, lady.
My droid? Destroyed? No. No, this cannot be happening. I can't bear to live without him.
It's rough. I don't know. I'm getting a -2 right now, but like, look at these two swords. God damn, 6 to 24 on one, 5 to 23 on the other. Like, ridiculous damage. Alright, and then I think we're gonna head into the little place. I'm gonna take a quick break to go to the bathroom because I really gotta do that, and then we'll be right back. Let me... Yeah, there we go. And then I can... We'll be back in a little bit, folks. Alright, sorry about that, folks. You gotta go, you know? Again, a lot of graceful way of putting that, but oh well. I'm used to being done this late at night, and as is my body. I love that there's a cutscene there. I love... Karth?
What can I do?
Uh-huh.
What? I'm here.
Ready?
I'm here.
Sure. Spooky. I don't recognize that. Like, even out of context. That's Tusken. That's Tusken, I know that one. But I don't speak Tusken.
I think the droid is trying to communicate with us by cycling through a variety of languages. Each time it spoke, it was using a very different alien dialect. The droid can probably understand us. The only problem is it may not have been programmed with the phonemes of a language we can understand.
Fucking did. Oh my god, chat. It happened again. We found Nemo. Again. I recognize this one. I think this is Selkath?
I recognize this language as well. It's an archaic variant of the Selkath dialect spoken on Manaan. But why would a droid on Dantooine be programmed to speak ancient Selkath? It must be referring to Revan. The Dark Lord and Malak likely encountered this droid when they explored these ruins.
You a guardian? Brutal. How old are you?
Revolutions would take more than 20,000 years. If this is true, then this droid is nearly 5,000 years older than the Republic itself. There must be some mistake.
Interesting way of telling universal time. Because, like, time is a concept, of course, and like what a year is to us is different for years for like different societies potentially, right? And so you can't just be like, oh, it was 50,000 years ago, because for you a year could pass in like 12 minutes, right? So like, oh yeah, no, it tracks the outermost revolutions of the planets, and it's like, oh, this is an objective period of time. Right, like that is going to be fairly consistent. What is a Starforge, Mr. Scary Droid? Could you be more specific? He has no idea. He has no idea, chat.
The droid is obviously not programmed with the knowledge we seek. The Starforge sounds like some type of weapon, perhaps. Though in fact, it could be anything.
Well, the best is like, it could be a weapon, it could be an ice cream maker. I have no idea.
Maybe. That might explain how the Sith were able to amass a fleet so quickly. But I suspect the Starforge is more powerful than a mere factory. Maybe the droid has more information we can use. It seems to respond to you. Perhaps you should ask it something else.
Here's what you like you're a main character or something. What are the builders?
These builders must have been an extinct people. Though it is strange, there's no record of their existence. Even the archives of the Jedi Academy make no mention of them. In the years before the Republic, the Hutts were a dominant force in the galaxy, but they never constructed an empire. In fact, I know of no species that would fit with this information.
It speaks Selkath, but that's not possible, because the Selkath are obviously like one of the slave races, right? And it can't be the Sith, because it could be the Sith. That's helpful. Huh. Have you seen a builder? Convenient. What about the ones who came before?
The droid must be talking about poor Nemo. The council sent him here to investigate, and it cost him his life.
Did you kill the Jedi? How do I prove myself worthy and not end up like writing Nemo? Oh god, I need to wrap this up. It's getting worse.
Revan and Malik unlocked the sealed door and uncovered the secrets of the Starforge. Now Malik is using the Starforge to fuel his conquest of the Republic. We have to find out what they uncovered. We have to find a way to unseal these doors to learn more about the Starforge. The Republic is depending on us.
Harsh. Hell yeah, it's just better robes, baby.
I'm here.
And they're blue.
I'm here. What?
Huh. I think disabled droid sure knocked the fuck out. Bastila, please, it can't be pushed over.
You asked for this.
The Force fights with me.
God, it's crazy the amount of the difference in damage between.
Ready?
Okay, this clearly isn't working. Thank you for your sacrifice, Bastila.
What can I do?
What did you get for spending all your damn force powers on trying to push over the thing that can't be pushed over?
What?
Yes?
I'm here.
Slice it? Talk to it. Put the datapad in there? Talk to it again? Alright, this puzzle's done. The life-giving seed worlds. Yeah, the ocean one, the grass one, and the forest one. And that's it. That's the puzzle. Although calling it a puzzle is, frankly, a little generous.
Ready. Do.
I'm here.
Ready.
I'm
Now
here.
that must be
Please! Bastila, use your fucking force power! What the fuck?
You cannot win.
I'm here. I'm here.
The Karth is fucking dead. Oh god, he's coming! I'm so mad at Bastila. Fucking load it, Jesus. You just watched me die! Didn't have any fucking force points and the game was still letting me queue up actions for her. Oh, now I feel like the asshole.
What can I do? I'm here. I'm here.
That was Aura. I meant to cast Valor.
What can I do?
I'm here.
Holy shit, Whirlwind worked. What? Absolutely savaged. I thought the droids were immune to Whirlwind. Sure. Talk to it. Put the datapad in there. Talk to it again. Alright, and the death-giving worlds are obviously the desert one, the volcanic one, and the barren one, obviously. Oops. How rude.
If the droid is correct, then we must complete the tasks in the...
Didn't I? Did I not do the other one? I didn't do the other one. Talk to it, put the datapad in there, talk to it again, and then it's the ocean, the grass, and the forest. Very high tech. That's very cool of you, BioWare 2002.
This must be what Revan and Malik found when they entered this temple. This must be where their journey down the dark side began.
Do you know that?
This is a map. Some sort of intergalactic navigational chart. Revan and Malik must have used this to lead them to the Starforge. We could use this map to follow their path and find the Starforge ourselves. But we must be wary. They may have laid traps or concealed what they found.
Doesn't really explain what the Starforge is, though.
I don't know, but Revan and Malik were very interested in finding it. It must be a tool of some type, or maybe a weapon. Perhaps the Council can tell us more, but I think this map might be the key to finding the Starforge, whatever it is. See this world here? This looks like Korriban, a Sith world. And if that's Korriban, then this is Kashyyyk, and Tatooine, and here's Manan. But there are pieces missing. Incomplete hyperspace coordinates, corrupted data, and there doesn't seem to be anything indicating where the Starforge itself might be.
Maybe the other worlds have other maps. You ever consider that?
I was thinking that too. This map can't take us to the Starforge, but I know that Revan and Malik visited Korriban at least once. Perhaps they discovered something more there. They may have found something on each of the other worlds that completed this map. Maybe if we find all the pieces, they'll lead us to the Starforge, and some way to destroy it.
That sounds like quite a supposition. What if you're wrong?
What if I'm right? We can't ignore this. Finding the Starforge might
Yeah,
very well
I'm
be
with Basil on that one. What if you're right?
We must inform the Council of what we've discovered. They must decide our next course of action, though I suspect our task has only just begun.
Fascinating. Also, Council, Nemo's dead. Lol. Let's just back to the Hawk. Oh, Bastila wants to talk again. Sure.
How can I help?
You seem agitated. You want to talk to me about something?
I do. How did you know?
Your face is all scrunched up like a Kenrith pup. You keep staring at me, see something you like.
I'm a Jedi. I am far too disciplined to betray my emotions with outward physical displays. We both know the real reason you have some idea of what I'm thinking, the bond we share. Our connection allows us glimpses into each other's mind. We can feel some of what the other feels, and what I feel within you troubles me. A Padawan must receive considerable training. They must learn to control their emotions and darker impulses. Often it takes years before using the Force can be considered safe. The fact that you are so strong in the Force and have had such relatively little training could have terrible consequences. For you, and for everyone around you.
Like, once for dark side, twice for light. I mean, I think I'm doing alright.
No, self-control is a maxim for all Jedi. It's what gives us the strength to resist the dark side. All who have fallen from our order have shown a flagrant disregard for such control. Thankfully, you've exhibited a degree of compassion and self-control up to this point. I sincerely hope you can maintain these traits in the future. We must all resist the influence of the dark side. It's everything we are fighting against. This is doubly important for you, with your natural affinity for the Force.
You're really worked up about this.
I'm sorry if I come across as harsh, but I am concerned for you, for our mission, and for myself as well. Our destinies are intertwined. Everything one of us does will have consequences for the other. Any reckless behavior on your part is likely to affect me as well.
But it works the other way as well, right? You can help keep me in check?
Yes, that is true. I will do my best to guide you, but I am no master. Not yet. And there are times when I find the sheer strength of your power almost overwhelming. Your power could be a gift or a curse. When you need guidance or advice or support, I will do my best to help you stay on the path of the light.
I mean, I'd appreciate it.
I only hope I have the wisdom to help you through the dark times. For now, we should return to our mission.
Cool. I wanted to check something real quick. I want to see if... Because the two lovebirds were coming to the council. I want to see if they showed up here. Would you look at that?
I took the loss of my droid much too hard.
I feel I must apologize.
Oh, this isn't her. This is correct. This is the girl who we built the droid out.
But I must. I was much too attached to my droid. It was all that was left of my husband, you see. Maybe I thought that through the droid, my husband could live again, be with me still.
I think we understand. Love can do strange things to anyone.
But I went too far. I could not see what was missing in living a normal life. Fortunately, in my grief, I returned here and ran into Samt, an absolutely fascinating man.
Samt! Samt! That's like in Star Wars names. Yeah, my name is Samt. So there's at least one vowel missing from that word.
Samt and I got to talking, and, well, we have a lot in common. I think we'll be seeing more of each other. It's funny how things work out in the end. Maybe there is such a thing as fate, after all. But I think we should be going now. We have so much more to talk about. I just wanted to thank you for what you've done for me, and what you tried to do. Goodbye, and thank you.
Good luck, Samt. Yeah, here they are.
I'm sorry we have nothing of value to give you as a reward. Our families have cut us off completely. Had the council not taken us in, we would be foraging in the wilderness to survive.
Any wedding plans?
The council will let us stay here as long as we want, though I know Shen and I are both hoping our fathers will forgive us and welcome us back into their homes. If not, we will try to build a future somewhere else.
Alright, let's return back to the council. Let them know what's up. I do get a new crystal, though. I want to put the crystal in my lightsaber. What is this crystal? The sigil. An extra 1d6 energy damage! Oh my god! Yeah, it's going in the main hand for sure. Where did I get a red lightsaber? Oh, I got it off of... yeah. Just so I can differentiate these two. I'm gonna put them as different colors. I want a purple one for this one on the left hand. Real badly.
Ah, you have returned, young Padawan. Have you discovered what it was that Revan and Malak sought in those ruins?
No, I couldn't find anything. Like, I just want to fly. Bastils are right here.
This news of a Starforge is disturbing. Action is required, but we must not do so in haste. We must discuss recent events in light of this new information.
We should consult the Jedi archives to see if there's any mention of the Starforge and what it might do. We must learn why Revan and Malak sought it out.
Return to your ship with Bastila, and we will summon you when we are done. Padawan, you have done well in discovering the star map hidden within the ancient ruins. But there is more you must do in the battle against Malak and the Sith. We Jedi know victory over the Sith will not come through martial might. The Council has a mission for you, Padawan.
I've consulted our vast archives in an effort to discover the nature of this Starforge, but all my efforts have been in vain.
Still, the Council are in agreement. The Starforge must be found. Revan and Malak sought it out when they began their tragic fall. The Starforge is surely a powerful tool of the dark side.
The star map in the ruins showed you 4 planets, but it was incomplete. It did not show the location of the Starforge itself. We believe there may be similar star maps on other planets. Each star map is likely a small piece of a larger puzzle. Find the star maps on Kashyyyk, Tatooine, Manan, and Korriban, and we believe they will lead you to the Starforge.
Sounds a bit like a suicide mission, if I'm honest.
Ever brash, ever disrespectful. This is what we have pinned our hopes on?
Peace, Rook. We have discussed this. There is no other choice. The Jedi numbers have been ravaged by this war, by defections to Malak's cause, and by Sith assassins. But we realize the importance of this mission. Yet if we send a company of Jedi Knights with you, we would surely draw the full attention of Malak and the Sith, dooming your efforts to failure.
I mean, I get to take my ship still, right?
Secrecy is our best defense against the Sith. But it would be foolish to send you on this quest without someone to aid you, young Padawan. Bastila will accompany you, for there is a powerful connection between you two. A connection that might be the key to unraveling the mysteries uncovered by Revan. And Juhani has also asked to accompany you.
Oh, let's go!
After long deliberation, we have granted her request.
Cat girl on the starship.
Juhani nearly fell to the dark side. Perhaps her presence will serve as a reminder to you of the dangers of that path.
Oh, and the cat woman.
Of course, those who aided you on Taris will also come. They possess skills you may find useful in your quest. Remember that secrecy and discretion are paramount to your success. You will not be able to hide the fact that you are a Jedi, nor should you. But the true nature of your mission must not reach Malak's ears. You may return here at any time. Dantooine will be a sanctuary for you, a safe haven. Here you can find supplies and whatever advice or other aid we may give you.
You can count on me.
You can leave whenever you wish. The sooner the better. The longer you wait, the stronger Malak becomes. But first, a warning, young Padawan. The lure of the dark side is difficult to resist. I fear this quest to find the Star Forge could lead you down an all too familiar path.
The fate of the galaxy is in your hands, young Padawan. We pray you are up to the challenge. May the Force be with you.
Sounds good to me. Hey. Secrecy is of the utmost importance, but this dude, seconds after leaving, hears about the mission. The task council is for yours, not mine. Sure. Many evils out there. Yeah. No shit. What could be more dangerous than a Sith? I believe that, like, a dog could pose any real risk to me. Ignore all the times that I almost died to dogs today. Resistance to the Force, it means I can't stun them. Oh no, they are dangerous. So why are you worried about them now? Thanks for the warning, I suppose. Alright, well that wraps up Dantooine. We now have... We'll ignore Karth for now. We now have free reign of the galaxy. I am kind of at the end of my emotional bandwidth to stream right now, so we're definitely going to be wrapping up here. We've got a ship full of companions, although I think we are still... We're still missing a couple people, but we've got most of them at this point. Where am I? There I am. We got a lot of people, and we now have access to the galaxy map here, which we could go all sorts of different places. I think we're going to start on Tatooine. I typically do Tatooine first, because like all good Star Wars stuff, you have to start on Tatooine. But yeah, when we come back tomorrow, we're going to do crew chats and whatnot. And then go to Tatooine and get the story started in full. Now that we're actually on the A-plot, finally, of hunting down the Star Forges, because a lot of the Taurus stuff is, like, important, sure, but, like, it's not really the A-plot of the game, right? We're finally on the A-plot, which is good. If you're in my Discord, I'm going to, after, like, I get the VOD rendered, or I start rendering, you know, sometime tonight, I'm going to put up the romance poll for this game. There are 3 choices. We've got Carthanasi, Bastila Shan, and Jahani, I don't know her last name. And I'm gonna do the typical like thing. We're not locking it in right away, but I am gonna put it up so that people know their choices, so that when we play a bit tomorrow, and we could just do like an initial crew chat at the beginning of the day and all that, we get to kind of feel out our choices a little bit. And then I'll probably give a week for people to sit on it before we lock in our choice. And I think that's going to be the last thing that we're going to really vote on, probably, for this game. A lot of the other stuff is going to be off-the-cuff choices as the story develops. But yeah, thanks for joining me, everybody. As always, I hope to see you tomorrow, hopefully starting at the correct time and not the late time. But until then, I hope you all have a wonderful night, and I'll talk to you later. All right? Tab out of the game and both my screens go black. Bye, 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 bye.